Stop like a little man in your business center. Go downtown and stand in line. Get down on your knees. Always begging that old man to end your misery. Oh, but you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. Oh, you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. No, you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. Oh, you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. Oh, that's right, children. Oh, just tell them no. No. When I'm on a hustle, I often play the part. I don't got to move a muscle, 'cause I'm a little drunker. I'll admit I'm not always proud, lying in the grass. Oh, but at least I choose just how I knew that to the upper class. Oh, because you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. No, you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. No, you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. Oh, you're never gonna get a hey now. Saying yes to the man. Oh.
What the hell?
Some music. Yes, these are notes. Oh, that's a good choice. It's my birthday, and I'm 100. It's my birthday. I'm 100. It's my birthday. Can you sing? You have a lovely voice. Reminds me of a young Edvard Grieg.
Lord, the candles and make a wish while you can. Lord, the candles and make a wish while you can. And it's your birthday. And it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You got a cup from your dad and you opened it up. There was blood inside. You got a card from your dad and you opened it up. Did that blood inside? Did that blood inside? Did that blood inside? Happy birthday. Gonna give you the fun and happy birthday. Happy birthday. Gonna give you the fun. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Gonna give you the fun.
Oh, no, God.
Ghost of a flea, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Go and wait in the car. I'll deal with you later.
Oh, don't forget your party bag.
William Jessup, stop summoning up visitors from the other side and instigating parties with them.
But it is my birthday.
Nevertheless, this won't happen again, will it?
Probably no.
Right, well, I'll be off then.
Would you like a party bag?
Well, what's in it?
Cake and a toy?
Cake and a toy. Yeah, all right, go on, I'll take one. Not for me, understand, for Jesus. Right, I'll be off then. Left a typhoon on in India.
Let me guess. Was that the Mighty Boosh? Was that a clip from the Mighty Boosh? Because I recognize the two. Yeah. Well, I recognize Noel Fielding and Richard was Bulger or something is his name. I'm a big Mighty Boosh fan, and I don't remember that clip, but I was like, that's got to be the Mighty Boosh. But okay,
it's either that or Drunk History. So well, I know that other guy from.
Oh yeah, but I think his name is Richard Bulger. He was the guy with the party hat, and the other guy I could swear was Noel Fielding, but we'll we'll have to do research on that one. And yes, because it is someone's birthday who is not on camera at the moment. He'll be joining us.
It's not
back
there
again.
There he is.
There he's coming. There he is.
That's it, right there.
Hey.
That's it.
Even with the new phone, we got problems. It's like,
Oh, you got a new
phone,
phone.
new deal.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see how it goes. Because yes, it is. Well, it is Captain Cartoon's birthday. There, so there he is, the birthday guy. That's why we had the birthday video. So happy birthday. And this, I guess I should introduce what people are watching in case they don't already know. But welcome to the Todd Jaeger experience. I am Todd Quality Jaeger. And let's see, down in the corner, I guess I'm pointing correctly, is Captain Cartoon. Hello, it's his birthday. And then over here,
What is it?
we have, applause is so abrupt.
Chris.
Okay. We sound like a morning zoo show. Oh my God.
It is bored.
Over here, say your case. And well, it's Chris, everybody. He's
Well, yeah, I said, wait.
just sitting there looking, grinning at the
Didn't I just say
camera.
that?
What was that? What was that caption at the bottom? The final day of what? What? Okay.
The Captain Cartoon's birthday extravaganza.
Final day of Captain birthday. Oh,
Very
I
on
see.
I can
top.
find
Okay.
them at Facebook. Get back to
Okay.
being Facebook.
You can blow out
Because we
the
can see the comments this time. Because I don't see, we don't see it when we're
And then, of
in the
course,
Mm.
Yo,
and then below
down
is
below.
Mr. Well, okay, that's Evan.
Oh,
I
you
guess
can call
nobody's
me
going to
Evan.
state their name. I had to do
You
it
can call
all.
me Evan, Evan Landon.
Doesn't have
But
to
you can, I put Villainous
Okay.
Cinema in the thingy, so yeah.
Yeah,
Either
he
one.
did
I
that
respond
once,
to
didn't
I
have to.
respond to both.
Oh, I don't. I guess you guys are too young to remember. You can call me Ray. And you can call me Jay. Nope, yeah, you're too young. Look, is that Captain Cartoon's bird?
What was that?
He's
Yeah.
putting on his
Listen
wetsuit.
to that.
All right.
What is it? Captain Cartoon's being attacked by his
He's
bird.
put it. He's
Listen
put it
to
on his diabolic
What the
suit.
hell?
Oh, it's the
He's
same.
okay now. He's okay.
Okay. I was like, what?
Everything is
Oh,
fine.
it was. Oh, what's going on?
Oh, it looks the same.
My gosh. It's chaos. Oh, Captain Cartoon almost made it to the end of the party without smoking. Yeah, he is.
Almost Ward.
Oh, I
Almost.
see. The sound is Jack moving around. Okay. Okay.
God. Hold
Good
on, Todd.
golly. Well, that's what makes this show so real. We got all kinds of chaos. So, he's gone again. And Chris, say a sentence because your voice kind of roboted out for a moment. You sound normal. Okay.
Wait,
Wow.
I didn't. What about now?
Whew. Okay. Yeah. Well, Jack will be back. Yeah, you sound good. You sound good. And I guess I would say it because it's Jack's birthday, but this is for any day. Got to do my cheesecake, man. Cheesecake. This is my
There you go,
breakfast.
baby. That is beautiful.
Good stuff, Maynard.
You said for breakfast?
And
Breakfast.
Oh man.
It's an LA thing.
breakfast.
Oh, do you ever do?
I
cherry
didn't say
topping?
breakfast, did I?
I say breakfast.
Oh yeah,
I do
that's
too.
this is.
I'm weird. I say a lot of weird. shit.
the cherry pie filling you buy. Yeah, this is cherry pie filling that you buy.
Yeah.
Make
put
pie. So I just plop it on top of the cheesecake and
Yeah, I've recently got
perfection.
on that. Yeah, recently I got on that. The strawberry. It's always strawberry.
It's well, I
Cherry
know they
bread,
always give you strawberries for cheesecake, but no, for me, it's cherries, man. It's cherries. I love me some cherries. So
strawberry for toast.
that's what I plop on
cherries
top of
for
that.
cheesecake.
Although I do use cherry preserves on my toast as well. Smucker's is like the only brand that has the cherry.
Like the preserves. Beautiful.
Yes, I love that stuff. Oh, he's coming back.
There he is.
Jack, I was gonna say now he's frozen.
No,
Wow, and he's got
no, not.
You were just
I
sitting
broke
there?
out the old phone.
Oh no, that means it's gonna die out on us at some point today.
He was playing possum.
Well, Jack,
I literally just plugged my shit.
You gotta
in,
stick around. Well, Jack, you gotta stick around because since it's your birthday, I have a present for you. I got you some old-fashioned cock rings.
Oh, nice.
You can put them on your nipples.
One slightly bigger than the other, so you can kind of see what your size is. But there you go.
We'll have to do a fashion show next week to try them out.
Yeah, because
they're not doing it good over there.
Yeah, you might need those.
And then, because I have to demonstrate the one I like. There you go. Okay.
There you go.
Well, we had to get that in the show somewhere. I'm going to do that.
Gotta show it off.
We're the only show that features I don't know if YouTube would ever cut it out.
What's the point in getting a tattoo or a piercing if no one can see it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But these are always going to be kind of hidden unless you parade around sans clothing. But
someone's got to see it.
I know. And also, I don't know if because of YouTube, I don't know if they would ever want you to cut it out, but sometime it would be fun to show the Mr. Show clip, Cockring Warehouse. I love that clip to death.
I'm not sure.
But like I said, I don't. Right. Well, that's the thing. You never know. You never know with YouTube. They're like totally fine with stuff, and then the next moment, like, what was it? One of the trailers you showed, they totally got wonky about.
Are we gonna want you to have the trailer for the? Because I didn't see the trailer for the movie that you guys. I'm actually still watching it. Yeah.
Oh well, it's okay if you don't get everything because you haven't seen the whole thing, because this movie does a lot of misdirection. So you may be like, well, why is that happening or something later? But are you watching it in Italian?
The characters look like they're wearing like picnic table covers.
Well, that was 1971.
Yeah.
So, but the only way, we'll get more into it, but I will say right off the bat, the only way to watch Don't Torture a Duckling is in Italian, because that's how their mouths are moving through the whole movie. And the Italian track.
I watched it in English. I watched it in English today.
Yeah, me too. This is dubbed. But no, it's actually
English
closed captioning. So,
well, the English dub is never good, even if they're speaking in English. But this one, the Italian language has more emotive. It has a better tone and style. Besides, their mouths are moving in Italian, so the English dub always makes it sound kind of cartoony. And they always, like for children, usually in English dubs, have adults doing the children's voices, and that never sounds good. So yeah, Don't Torture a Duckling. And that's, for a lot of people don't realize, Lucio Fulci did a lot of dramas and period films and even a comedy before he did movies like Zombie and House by the Cemetery and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, we'll be delving into that at some point. But also want to say, I believe recently it was Howard Jones's birthday. For those who may not know who Howard Jones is, well, some would say an 80s singer. He was famous for Life in One Day and like Things Can Only Get Better and his duet with Phil Collins. But
that was a
for
lot.
me, and it's funny, that T-shirt is actually the image from his. Look at that mullet. I got to stop getting this in front of the microphone. It doesn't sound.
One can only dream of having hair that good.
I kind of did at one point. This was 1980 shit. 1980
shit. That was a great year.
Yeah. Well, we're talking mid 80s about, and this was his 12-inch single for things. I'm sorry, Look Mama is my favorite Howard Jones song, as far as this is a 9-minute version of that song.
Wow.
But I love this image of him. And of course, this is what is on the T-shirt. And I got to see him exactly 1 year ago here in Rancho Mirage with ABC. So that was an amazing, amazing concert. And I believe it was Howard Jones's birthday recently. He's 70 something, which, oh my God, makes me feel old too. So I was in college when he was a big deal. So there we go. Howard Jones is the featured T-shirt today. Yeah. Okay. So also, I might as well just bring it up. Yesterday in Amboy, California, which is like almost, it's like a 2-hour drive from here where I'm at. Thankfully, my friend Felicia said, I want to go. I'll drive. So I'm like, okay. So I went with her and we drove all the way up there. It's like way past Yucca and then the military town of 29 Palms. And it's just, it's a long ass drive. I'm not good with those unless I'm a passenger. And they had the Route 66 Vintage Car Show, which is an annual thing at the location of Roy's Cafe. And Roy's is famous, totally famous. Just Google Roy's Cafe in Amboy, Amboy, California. And it was also the setting for the Portal Motel in Astral Plane Drifter. So Mike was there.
I wrote that down.
He had a booth set up, and I mean, lots of people who look like me. There was
I have from the last time we talked. I actually have it written down. Astral Plane Drifter, and next to Spasmo, and and the bad shows signs of carnal violence. The body shows signs of carnal violence. Or Torso.
Actually, Torso. Yeah, I don't like Torso, but Spasmo.
Spasmo
is my
cat's eye.
Yes.
Next to
that's also known as eyeball.
Orchids.
Yep.
Oh, I read it all.
Oh no, 7. The cat's eyeball.
Job,
that's not eyeball. Yeah, you got all.
If I got anything right, then.
Spasmo is my second favorite Giallo, and it's best to watch Spasmo in English because the actors spoke English in that one. But don't torture Duckling, that we'll be talking about later, is my favorite Giallo.
Actually, I know.
Spasmo.
I'm literally watching.
That's so funny because Spasmo was very, very convoluted, very confusing. But then right at the end, it like totally makes sense. So that's what I love about it. Same thing with Don't Torture a Duckling, which is all a lot of misdirection. And so by the time the ending comes, you're like, even right up until the ending, you think it's one specific person, but then it just, I love how they're able to do that. Even if you think you figured it out, maybe you have, it's still surprising. And but we'll be doing all that later. And I was going to say, okay, yeah. So what do we got up here? Okay. Yay. There's me with Mike Caravella and at his booth. And it was yesterday. And as you can see, I am wearing something I normally wouldn't see me do. I'm wearing these. Mike thinks they look cool. I think I look like I'm trying out
over that, man.
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Oh wow. I mean, I'm about
I'm a
9.
Oh well, Mike is not a tall guy, so that's But the reason I'm wearing those okay, so that is the Amboy a volcanic crater. Where I'm standing, if you were to walk to that crater, it takes 45 minutes.
Wow.
But we didn't walk over there because this was on our way home, and it's right across the road from where the whole Roy's is. So you just look right across the road. There it is.
Yeah, well, you got the
that is the location out of Astral Plane Drifter. They use that featured in the movie as well. So,
cool
and the wind was blowing like crazy, so my beard was nuts. There's Roy's famous sign. The motel itself is not functional. I don't know if they're ever going to reopen it. It's boarded up. Listen, well, these are some of the vintage
no vacancy.
Vintage vehicles. Yeah, no vacancy because you can't stay there. And even if it was open, I mean, this is a historical landmark, but the thing is, it's in the middle of nowhere. There is absolutely nothing around this. It's so weird how it's right there in the middle of the desert, and there is a railroad track which is also used in Astral Plane Drifter. On where you're standing looking at that sign, if you were to step back about, I don't know, 100 feet or so, there's railroad tracks. But it was all these people, man, all these cars. Oh, that was a truck I really liked because I love that green color. And yes, the wind was blowing that day, so my beard is doing all kinds of weird things. But all kinds of amazing. The only thing I was surprised I never saw was a Plymouth Duster. I was looking for a Duster, and nobody seemed to have Dusters there, which was odd.
That car looks like it has.
I really like that. Yeah, old vintage cars always look like they had expressions and faces.
Yeah,
that kind of reminds me of, and they still make them, these little toy plastic phones with eyes on them that move. And has a big smile. That expression reminds me of that little toy phone that you pull on a string and it rolls around. Yeah, that's what that reminds me. But I love that green color. I love, again, a lot of these pastel or creamy colors. But man, I remember I knew people that had cars like these. I mean, when I was a child.
Is that like a certain type of canvas on that car, or no?
Oh, you mean over the windshield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it shows up better on camera?
Are you saying canvas or what?
Yeah. Is this supposed to look dusty like that, so it shows up better on camera and shit?
No, no, that's the actual thing.
So it's just like what?
I'm sure the car. Yeah, I'm sure the car wasn't that original. That was not the car's original color, I'm pretty sure. But and I liked how on cars like that they have that thing over the windshield. I mean, try driving with that thing that fell down on you while you're zooming down the road. That would be that would be dangerous.
Car looks angry.
Cars were massive then. Yeah, cars were huge. Look at the size of that hood. And I mean, now this car won't have a huge trunk really in the back, but most of the car that's behind me, the brown car, God, the trunks on those things, you could fit a few people in.
You could drive
now are like, yeah, it's God, cars were so big. My first car.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's good that you're standing next to it so you can like kind of tell like how big the car is.
Yeah. And those cars they were heavy as hell. They were sitting in the car.
Probably made out of complete iron.
You could feel how heavy the cars were just like sitting in it. You just feel. Yeah, and they yeah, it's just so weird that when I was a kid, like in the 1960s, I would still see cars like that once in a while because, you know, that car like that would have been from what, the 40s, 50s or something. And so it wouldn't have been that long ago for when I was a kid that something like that would still exist. So, but I got to tell you, those cars were gas guzzlers.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Listen,
you're
when
lucky.
I was younger, we got into an car accident, a small accident, but we were driving. A friend of mine was driving. We were only about 19 at the time, and he was driving his father's like small Hyundai or something, little tiny 2-door small car. So there was me and my friend and I were in the front, and there was a girl in the back seat. So my friend who was driving kept turning around and like messing with the girl, like grabbing her leg. So he's not looking. So here there's a car double parked ahead of us. So he doesn't he thinks he has enough room to get by, but he hits the car. So nobody was in it, the car that he hit, but it was like a 72 like Riviera. So the front of my friend's car was smashed to like almost to the windshield, like the hood was folded up.
Yeah.
The car we hit maybe had a scratch, if that, on the bumper.
Yeah. See, yeah. Well, look at the bumper. I mean, my first car was a 1973 Buick Century, which was big, huge trunk. I mean, just everything was big. A Yugo. But
might as well.
I remember those too. But cars bumpers were so great because you could tap somebody or kind of hit them and your car would be fine. You might scratch your bumper a little bit or maybe dent your bumper a little bit.
The chassis on that thing, like it's like a bed frame that's too big for the mattress.
Yeah, and those cars, man, like now you barely tap the back end of someone's car and it breaks the whole back and it falls off.
This is most of them made plastic.
Yeah. And of course I was told they took bumpers off of cars because they weren't good for like the car's gas mileage and speed, that bumpers were heavy, but man, they protected your car. They really did. So look that bumper really is prominent.
But
well, bumpers were, I kind of miss bumpers because I tapped a few. Oh God, that came out wrong. I tapped a few.
Todd, you should get that.
I mean, if you did
on your car, you should just
on my Nissan. Yeah, I should get a big bumper on my Nissan. That would be fun. But yeah, man, let's see. Oh yeah, like that one, that truck. I wish we would have gotten a shot of the back of the truck because that truck was so. You'd think it's much longer, but it wasn't. It was actually kind of a short back on it. But you notice the license plate says Beastie. We just it was just an unusual truck, so I had to get a photo with that, and that's really vintage.
Yeah,
but, it's and like I said, these cars and a truck like that, you're lucky if you got 7 miles to the gallon on something like that. So while they're cool cars, they're not practical, so you wouldn't want to really be driving them around these days. Plus, getting parts
that count.
Yeah, it's but yeah, that's Beastie.
Driving to a spot, let people look at him.
Huh?
You drive to a spot, let people look at him. That's how far they go.
Yeah. There's, of course, me just kind of standing with the Roy's sign behind me. Obviously, that's what that is. And cars on either side. The temperature was really nice that day. It was just windy. It'd be nice and fine, like right there. But then without warning, suddenly wind would just whip right through. Yeah, there's some more traditional.
Did you guys see any UFOs?
No, but there were vendors there that had UFO paraphernalia.
Probably because people have seen UFOs there.
Oh yeah, that whole area. Yes. Especially they're really big on UFOs up in 29 Palms, which is, like I said, it's a lot of military are there because of a base and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they probably have all sorts of alien gear.
Well, this Amboy is still like
taking their shit, making fucking better bombers.
Well, Amboy is about still like 30 minutes beyond 29 Palms. I mean, it's amazing how. Oh, when you're leaving 29 Palms, there's a sign that says no service for 100 miles. Next 100 miles.
Good
so
alert.
There's like no gas stations and stuff. You got to be prepared. You're driving. Yeah, there's me and Mike. Me and Mike with my massive sunglasses, and I was about to say
you tower over all these people, by the way.
I do. Whenever I see someone taller than me, it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out too.
So I'm wearing these in that photo. I forgot to take them off for the photo, damn it. But the reason I'm wearing these is because, let's put this back over here. I had eye surgery last Monday. You can see how gross my eye looks.
It's gnarly, bro.
Yeah, and then next month they're going to do this eye. What it was is I had cataract surgery a year ago on both eyes, but then I don't know if it's related to the cataract surgery or just because I'm getting older, but they have what's called vitreous. It's like a jelly-like substance that is in like your eye in the back or something that comes forward. So my vision was getting smudges, like these ghostly smudges. So they had to like suck it out. They had to clean all that out. And the weird thing is because there was nobody to go with me. I had transportation, thankfully, I was covered. And nobody at home to wait for me in case I would fall or something. So I could not be put under while they were doing this. I was awake the whole thing. Talk about a horror show. So you're sitting there.
I was recommending movies while they were doing it.
Yeah, I probably was. I probably was. So the weird thing was, I don't know why they had an IV in me. You know how they stick an IV like right here or on the back of your hand? That's real fun when the needle goes in. But
I probably just think of my cat. Where's my cat?
Well, in my head, I was thinking of my Reiki symbols, for good energy. But imagine, because they couldn't put me under, what they did was I saw him coming at my eye with a needle, a syringe and a needle. And I'm like, ugh. So I don't know if y'all have seen the movie Strange Behavior, or it's also known as Dead Kids. I know Indicator Imprint just put it out on Blu-ray. But there's a scene where there's a needle going right in an eye. But what the doctor did was put a needle, like you feel bone here, right? But he manages to, a needle went right in here, right under the eye where the socket is, and right above it to deaden the entire area. Because I remember for the rest of the day, my forehead, I couldn't feel my forehead. And so coming at you with a needle right at your eye is not fun. And the weird thing was,
what's worse than that, Todd?
What?
When you
mismatched cock rings?
Close. Listen, when you look up and there's an instrument the size of a car antenna about to be inserted somewhere else on your body.
Oh, listen, I've had a kidney stone about 20 years ago. No,
did you have a stent inside of you?
Devo pierced his butt cheeks together.
Oh God! Well, I remember I could not pee. I could not pee, and I was freaking out. So I went to the emergency room. This was like 23 years ago, and I remember they said, "Okay, now this is gonna hurt," and I was like, "What?" And they had this big long thing, and sure enough, they grabbed a hold of my little, not little, but my other Todd.
Yeah, that's okay.
right in it, and you could hear me. You could hear me screaming for miles away. It was one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life. And there are people gonna not get too graphic here, but there are guys that like to do something called sounding. They sterilize these metal thin rods and they stick them in there for fun.
I don't know how people do that.
No. But when that thing went in me, I screamed blue murder all for miles. And then here was the thing. When they took it out, felt much worse.
Right.
So
right. Well, Todd, I had a kidney stone and I had surgery. I couldn't pass it. So they had to go in to blast it or whatever. But they put a stent inside of you for 2 or 3 weeks while it heals. So I guess
I didn't have that.
Yeah, I had that. Well, listen, when you go to get the stent removed, okay, they don't. Yeah, exactly. They do. I didn't know what to expect. See, I've had 3 surgeries where they had the stent removed, kidney stone. I can't pass them for whatever reason. They get to a certain point and then they don't go any further.
Damn.
So I
Hang on
go
a
into
second. Your video's dragging, and
how about now?
Okay, technical. So, Chris, you're dragging, and we can't hear half of what you're saying.
So your urine calcimates and what?
Yeah.
Did you hear me, or is it just Todd? Todd's the only one I have problems.
I think it's just Todd.
See,
Chris, I heard you just said.
Yeah.
No. Am I the only one that? Okay, because what I'm seeing is Chris's video drags and pauses, and then I can't hear what he's saying. Is that just me that's seeing it that way?
I think so.
Might just be.
Because oh well, such is life.
Wait, hold on.
But you had to have that stent in after I got out of work and hear you fine. Then I don't know what's going on with this is
that's
life. It's just you, Todd. Well, thanks.
Before, but I know it's
we can always rely on Ward. Always.
I'll tell you what though, man. There's times where
okay, thank you, Ward. You're
with my knee surgery and whatever. Like when I wake up and I'm just like, I can't get to sleep. I gotta do something. I can't. It's gotta be. It's just really uncomfortable. I'm sure kidney stones are fucking worse.
Well, listen. So I had the stent inside of me, and when they went to remove it, I thought they were going to put me under, or do something. So the nurse tells me, lay down. This will be real fast. So I said, all right. I look up.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're wheeling in this machine. The doctor's got a light on his head. And I look up and he's got the thing like this, and he's about to put it in. And I'm like, wait, whoa. I said, what are you doing with that?
Please knock me out.
He said, it's going to be real quick. Just hold your breath. I said, wait a minute.
I don't want to remember any of this.
I said, you're going to go all the way up to my kidney with that thing?
Oh, hold your breath. Famous last words.
Yeah, everything's fine.
You're like, what if I'm just asleep?
Oh, yeah, they got it. They pulled it out.
I'm wondering if I'm seeing a problem, but no one else is. I wonder if I exit and come back in. Do you think that will fix it?
Yeah, you could try, Todd. We'll see if we let you back in.
Okay. Well, give me a second. I'm gonna hit the red button and then I'll come right.
Don't hit the red button.
Excuse me. Cannibal the Musical. You looking at my eye?
Cannibal the Musical.
That's good for a movie. Todd.
All right. Let me hit the red button and I'll. Cannibal the Musical, guys. Are you looking at my eye? All right. So I'm gonna. It's amazing. I'm gonna hit the red button here, and then I'll click on join the studio again, and you better let me back the fuck in.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about this movie.
So give me a second. Here I go, and I'll come right back in.
While you're gone.
The movie's like 2 hours long.
Just watch.
All right, I'll be right back in. Let's try this.
You just threw the priest off the cliff.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's talk about today's movie.
The Mighty Ducks.
I don't watch it.
Emilio Estevez was hilarious.
Oh, that's right, Jack. Yeah,
Courtroom drama.
I forgot you watched it.
Which one?
Jack didn't watch the movie.
Oh yeah.
Don't
You
tell
just watch
Todd.
courtroom dramas.
Watch it. Wait, here he comes.
I mean, I'm pretty much. I mean, I watched this movie now, and it's like an hour and 45 minutes long. It's almost like 2 hours long.
Mhm.
And I feel
And
like
it's
they
never-
should have, like,
never
lost
boring.
a lot of this footage.
Todd, you sound better.
I sound better.
Yeah, it's because you dropped out and came back in. That worked.
Yeah, you
Well,
have-
also
I do
now
that.
Evan's got
Same
got
thing.
my
If that happens
spot.
with me, I'll have to do it.
Evans-
So,
Evan's
the-
got my
Oh,
spot.
yeah, so
I'm on the bottom now.
do you want me to drop back out and come back in?
No.
It's-
that might screw. Then Jack's not going to sound good.
This Brady Bunch
as long
shit?
as people know in general, I'm no bottom.
All right.
No, some of you won't get that.
Power bottom.
If I am, it's a power bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
so
They all say.
Like an alligator.
look at that. And like I said, we get a little sassy on this show, but
I just finished that. I just finished this movie.
oh,
That
you
is
did
wild.
okay.
I was not expecting that.
It's a wild.
There you
movie.
go. See, that's good because
I was
some
not
people.
expecting- That is a good story.
Some
good stuff.
people pick out who the killer is, and I can
They gotta
understand
pick-
if they can figure it
Got
out.
to put on Cat of Nine Tails after that. So I'll
Yo,
just
listen, my wife picked it out just by accident.
let it roll. Wow,
Your
I
wife
was
picked-
not expecting that, man.
As soon as they showed his first scene, as soon as they showed him
There was
walking
a
in the
minute
schoolyard,
when
my wife said he's the killer.
there was a minute when I thought, okay, are we gonna talk about the movie or no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
let's go ahead and also let all the viewers know that there will be spoilers in this because
Yeah,
there's just no way we can talk about the film without spoiling some things. So if you
gotta
haven't
watch
seen,
it.
yeah,
already
if you
got-
haven't seen, well,
There you
here's the trailer.
Pat, this is the best way. To
Too
do it.
late. Well, if you haven't seen it by now, you're in trouble.
Perché quella è una fattura di morte. E le ho prese e le ho passate da parte a parte con gli spilli. E questo bisogna farlo 13 volte mentre si dicono a voce alta le parole che bisogna dire per comandare i diavoli. 13 diavoli. E sono così nel corpo di uno.
Oh, you got titties in the trailer too?
Dalla bocca e dopo lui fa
The Red
tutto.
Band Trail.
Uno chi?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Maschio o femmina.
I forget that part.
Il fatto nuovo è avvenuto poco fa.
I forget
Sembra
that
That was
part.
another.
Che il padre del ragazzo abbia ricevuto una telefonata anonima, sì, con la richiesta di una forte somma, quale riscatto.
That's I see where this was at. Yeah. I respect this movie a lot. I like this movie.
Yeah. I
Che cosa
gotta
preferisci?
tell you this.
I soldi o un bacio?
Non sai che
Oh,
hanno
it's still
ucciso un
running.
altro ragazzo?
L'unica cosa certa è che loro adesso hanno di nuovo paura. Mi avevate domandato di Donna Aurelia Vallone.
That was
che
brutal.
era là con la bambina in
That
braccio.
scene was brutal.
Just like that sound.
Love the score.
Beautiful.
Ma non le volevi regalare una bambola?
Sì, ma facevano tutte schifo. L'unico decente era quel paperino. È qui.
There's the duckling.
È qui. È qui. È qui. Lo sento. È qui. L'assassino è qui. È qui. L'assassino è qui. È qui. Lo sento.
Murderer is here.
For today's episode, we didn't.
Yeah, back then trailers lasted like 3 minutes or more, or
It's
like 5 minutes trailer.
That's what I was gonna say. Is
no,
that's
actually,
that's pretty much the whole movie. Dude. Like, why would you put the whole movie in the trailer?
Yeah, but it doesn't. Well, it's kind of a little disjointed, so it doesn't really tell you the whole story, at least. But no,
And if you don't know Italian,
the
you
movie
can-
is meant to be watched. Right. I mean, there's probably a trailer with English dub in it, but honestly, if you're gonna watch the movie, if you have the option of watching it in the Italian language with English subtitles, that's the way to do it. Most reviews will say that's the preferred way because all the actors' mouths are moving in Italian. So and the English dub, the voices, they never get good voices for those movies. They always sound too weird for the actor that they're voicing. No, Don't Torture a Duckling it's and some critics agree it's a Lucio Fulci's masterpiece. It is Lucio Fulci's personal favorite film that he's made. So of all his movies, that is his own favorite. And I love that movie because the more you watch it, you see how there's a lot of misdirection, which is good for a Giallo, but you notice it's not a traditional Giallo. It doesn't take place in a big city where everybody in fancy apartments. And you notice the score itself is not a bunch of crazy jazz music. Like
that was also what we were saying last time too, was with the whole like Giallo thing. That is essentially how Giallo is. The interpretation is like a guy comes in and solves everything.
Yeah.
A mystery. So this is actually a mystery. I mean, it's very, very well told.
And you know, it takes place. I mean, even though you saw like
I did
a lot
not
of the,
like. I was like literally on like with you guys watching what was unfolding. I was like, "Oh, this is wild."
Yeah, they
it's very plays out like it's more on the line like The House with Laughing Windows.
Yeah, it's very well structured. Like I said, with enough misdirection. Because remember, there was a scene, for example, where one little boy gets a phone call, and it's at night, and he goes, "Oh, but okay, well, I'll be there." And then the next moment, you see Barbara Boucher or her character Patrizia at like a gas station, and then she has a phone and then puts the phone down. So you're thinking she called the boy and wants him to meet her somewhere. And it's all a lot of misdirection. And later she reveals who she was talking to, actually.
Yeah, I actually thought it was her for a minute there.
Oh,
yeah. That's what makes this a successful Giallo, because everyone's a suspect. Everybody's got their own secrets or issues. And so you try to connect because she's kind of
as soon as Mustachioed guy was introduced, he's like kicking rocks down the thing. Like, you're like, fuck's this guy's problem? It's like, well, he's trying to solve the case, man.
Well, it's also like Barbara Boucher here, Patrizia. She is basically, feel like, why is she there in this remote village, in this fancy house? Well, her her father or her uncle owns that house, and she apparently got into some trouble with drugs in the city. So she was sort of like forced and told, like, you got to go get away and hide out. That's why she's there in that town. And of course, she's bored in that town, and she's a little bit, I don't want to say lecherous, but you notice in this movie, she likes to tease the little boys. And for those who are up, there's, voodoo. But when you think about it, the witch, whose character's name is Machada, she's as the police commissioner, and one of the cops later says she's not a bad person. But you're led to believe she's crazy. Like in the one scene where she falls on the police station ground and she's foaming at the mouth, that's because she has seizures. Todd, I have to tell you, I had no problem with whatsoever Barbara Boucher's nudity in film. I didn't either, Ward. Were you expecting me to say that I did? That's gotcha. Because
save the movie.
No, I had no problem with that because there was a point to it. She was tired and she was just bored being there, and there she was just lounging around, and then here comes this little boy.
Oh, that shit.
Wow, drinks dude. For her.
That is in like the first.
Here's the thing.
10 minutes of the movie.
Well, so people understand. Yes, it caused a controversy. The film caused a lot of controversy back then, not only because of that scene, but because of the
I was like,
critique of the Catholic Church.
Epstein's Island? What's going on here?
Well, here's the thing about that scene, so people don't get wigged out. When you saw the back of the boy standing in front of her, that was a little person. That was not a little boy.
It was the guy from.
So whenever they're cutting
Burial Ground.
Probably. But yeah, whenever you notice, whenever they're speaking to each other, it cuts back and forth between the two. You never see the boy with her in that scene. And when you see the back of the boy standing there and the back of his head, that is just a little person, an actor. So yeah, Fulci, knew there were things you could not do. And that, I've seen some American films where there was nudity and there was a child present in the scene. And I thought, whoa, how could they do that? But no, they did this one very carefully. And you are still shocked because you don't think in your head, oh, that's a little person. You really kind of think that the boy is there. And, but yeah, her point there is that she's carefree. She's used to having a ritzy lifestyle and being stuck in that town for a while. She was just bored. And so she liked to tease the little boys, thought it was fun. Not so much that she really wanted little boys, but she thought it was fun to tease them. And so, then of course you're led to believe, because they always show her in scenes like after the murder and stuff where she's looking around. So you do think that she's involved. They make everyone seem to be involved. Even the mother.
There's fucked up people out there,
Oh yeah.
So when I first saw that, I'm like, oh, it's not the dark man.
And even though they had a modern police force,
dive right into it.
And you saw a lot of buildings on the hillside in that little city or village. It was still very much a remote town. There's Florinda Balkan, the witch. That scene was brutal, but it's still, everyone was superstitious. Yeah, that was and also the music playing. At first it was a rock song on the radio, but then it switched to this ballad. Was it the same little guy who likes to bite his mom? Yeah, that's what Chris said, Ward, but I don't think it was. Yeah, no, that actor wasn't as short. That actor wasn't as short as the one in this film. But no, so basically, folks, I'm assuming that those listening to us may have seen it, but basically the gist is little boys are getting murdered in this remote village town. And so the Tomas Milian, the mustache guy, he shows up. He's a reporter.
Looking for Michaela.
Yeah, Patricia is the rich gal, and they sort of team up as a little sleuthing team to figure it out.
Yeah, they're both a little bit too smarmy for their own good.
Yeah, and that's the whole point too, is because you're not supposed to believe. Even the mother of the mute girl, Irene Papas, that actress, you kind of like, because when she made that phone call too to the cop saying, "I know where the witch is," and blah blah blah, you're like, oh, maybe that mother is involved. Maybe she's. Yeah, it's just and here's
that's kind of the beauty of like a good, any mystery is like, what do we do with the middle part? It's like, well, what if you just like say everybody's a suspect and you just fucking show it?
That's Burial Ground. That's not Dr. Duckling. That's, oh my God. But you know what? Because he was a movie star, he probably got laid.
Sorry, this movie's about killing children.
Yeah, look at that. Get those eyes off of me. Okay, so I want to backtrack a little bit. So, non si Sevizia un Paperino. Now, Paperino is the Italian name for Donald Duck. And in the U.S., obviously Disney would do a cease and desist. So for the U.S., they had to title it "Don't Torture a Duckling." And of course, in the film, you see that it's a Donald Duck doll.
Right.
Obvious. And it's referred to in the Italian version as Paperino. Every time they mention it's Paperino.
So it's better to see it in Italian because of the Italian.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now here I'm trying to think. Okay. For example,
because it sounds better.
Well, the mouths match for one thing. And the Italian language in that version is more emotive and it fits better with the tone. I think the English language.
It was made in Italian anyway, so.
Yeah. But you get the option on current releases of watching it in Italian or English. But to me, when people say, "Well, I gotta have the English," and when you see like on Tubi for foreign films, and people go, "Oh, but it wasn't in English." I'm sorry, but if you cannot watch it in the original language, meaning you won't, that's kind of lazy.
Well, I actually watch subtitled with the closed caption on.
Yeah, I do too.
So it's like I'm doing like they call it. Okay, so what they've set up for everybody is like Netflix style, where you do like second. It's called second viewing or whatever, where they tell you all exposition. They tell you the narrative. They tell you everything.
That's like SDH. Or, it'll say English SDH or something.
Right. And I'm a little bit different because where I'll just look at the screen and just read everything. What's going on.
Well, there are
but if when it's in English, the subtitles are in English, I'm able to kind of defer like what's going on very quickly.
Well, there are some movies that when they speak in English, there are some subtitles you can get or captions that it'll say English and then it'll say English SDH. So if you choose English, you get the words, but not the descriptions. But most titles released on disc only give you SDH. So you have to hear the see the little descriptions below it, which I prefer not to do that. But like I said, you have no choice on some of them. But this first release, this is how I first saw the film because I never had access to it. This is the Anchor Bay DVD, and of course with the scene with the rather fake looking dummy. But this DVD, when I bought this back around 1999 or 2000 or something, it only gave you the English dub. So I first saw this film in an English dub, and I loved the movie, but thought the dubbing was pretty bad. I mean, because the tone and the emotion and stuff behind the line deliveries is not very good in the English dub. So, but this is how I had to watch it first. And then, thankfully, years later, Arrow Video came out with this Blu-ray. There's the original artwork, Non si Svizia un Paperino. This was their slipcover art. and she's holding a little. That's the girl with the little. Well, she's holding an actual duckling. This is more metaphorical cover. But that was the Blu-ray. Excuse me, that Arrow put out, and then let's see here. Put this aside. Currently, and that was a Blu-ray, I think DVD combo, and then recently, it's what?
I saw Chris cough.
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear me though.
Well, I'm coughing because I had that cheesecake, so I'm coughing a little bit. But
no, he's on this side of my screen. So.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold up.
Rewind that.
I have cheesecake too.
Oh no, I get it. You know when you get like little crumblies from the crust in the back of your throat, so you cough a little bit.
Lemon cheesecake.
Nice.
Word.
Oh, for your vape thing. Okay, I'm like, that doesn't look like that looks like a suppository.
This week was tiger's blood.
I think this is rainbow sherbet. Not there. It's good
Oh, you guys, you kids and your little gadgets.
Who you call it, kid?
This is the current.
They keep figuring out things we never heard of, like vaping.
Yeah. This is the more recent, within the past couple months, Arrow 4K UHD release, and with the new artwork. And then there's I turned this, the reversible slipcover has this artwork on the other side, but I prefer the Italian cover with the Italian.
Wait, put that up again. Can I put that, Chris? Oh, there you go.
If you have a 4K
I
player,
know that's a good poster of that too. That's probably the best poster of that.
I mean, I prefer the original artwork, but of course,
it's such a dumb name though.
Well, there's a reason. I mean, the title is metaphorical in ways too. Duckling, child, don't torture a duckling.
Todd, don't like go too far like with what we're saying, like as far as this. But I mean, if we could like if I could piggyback and write an article about this movie, would you help me?
Yeah,
if you like. I mean, I'm not so much of a writer. I mean, I do. All you
gotta do is call me. I'm the writer, but I'll be like, I'll give you credit.
I can share my insights and stuff about it. Actually,
all I do is write. It's insane.
Well, I mean, I have written stuff on IMDb and on all that, but I'm not very much of a writer.
So all over IMDb
to handle it. But I do recommend, though, if you get either the previous Blu-ray release or this new one, each one has a nifty booklet inside on essays about the film. Here. I'm sorry.
Oh, also, if you can, if you need any friends that need help with their blurbs on the the insides or the jackets and shit, I'm good for that too.
Yeah. Oh, here's the let's see here. Let me pull out the booklet for the Blu-ray because that was artwork
on
the inside.
Cinema says the most nastiest artwork of all time. So
here's the artwork for the booklet for the Blu-ray. I love that skull with the marking on it, and
cool.
the booklets are amazing.
Do you know who made it? Do you know who made it or no?
Made what? The drawing?
Yeah.
It might say on the back, because there's like credits here in production credits. There's like stuff in the back that
credits on the whole thing.
I don't know who did that artwork, but each booklet that was for the Blu-ray release, which no longer has a slipcover. Might not even have the booklet. Later printings don't. But if you get the 4K, I think the essays are the same. They might have adapted them a little bit, but the artwork on the booklet in this one is a rendering of the boys in the church with the big skeletal figure. That's what's, like I said, this movie this movie, this was Fulci's comment on the Catholic Church too. So it also caused a controversy in Italy because, you know, it's in a way criticized religion a bit. And so it was way ahead of its time on all of this. But if you have a 4K player,
dude, the Catholics are right there.
Yeah, this movie was like hard to see for a while because of the controversy. Sort of like Ken Russell's The Devils. You can't.
Todd, you're the one freezing.
It's you.
Oh,
you, Todd. How dare you accuse me?
Yeah, everybody we all disappeared, and all I saw were circles where each of us were little circles turning.
Somebody's
It's me?
sabotaging your Wi-Fi.
Well, I feel bad, but no. So basically, let me see here. I got all kinds of little notes, but basically, yeah, we covered the Donald Duck thing. Yeah. And again, this movie is not your traditional Giallo setup as far as, you know, slick city people and every models and pretty people and all that. There is a black glove killer in it, but I'm sorry?
No nudity.
No. Yeah, Barbara Boucher's naked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara Boucher was naked in front of
that's
the.
Right.
Yeah,
that one part.
Yeah.
But that was it wasn't like your, you know.
At one part.
Yeah, that's right.
They didn't try to inundate you with naked gals every way they could. You know, like in the other ones, like especially if it had to do with models being killed, they'd always have them undressed or. Yeah. So this one was very well contained. It's you notice too. Yeah, I liked how it was. It didn't get boring in any parts for me. Everything flowed right into each other, and all that misdirection. I just think it was perfectly done.
Well,
and,
the misdirection.
I can see why Fulci says it's his favorite.
Right. Well, the misdirection was perfect that's why it wasn't slow, because the parts
like
where
okay, here's another bit of hear me? Okay, there we go.
Okay, you're good now.
Do you mind if I do that though? I'll piggyback off of our discussion about this, and then like I'll write my own thing, and then whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. As long as I have your permission.
Okay. Well, also, like I said, what's really good too is to go into the external reviews on IMDb and check out, because each review seems to
some are.
All right, we came back. Boy, I'm getting some technical glitches today. Sorry, guys. But yeah, the reviews on IMDb, the external reviews, each review seems to pick up on some little meaning or something that the others didn't catch. So they're all fun to read. And then, of course, like I said, if you had either the Blu-ray or 4K release, the essays in there really shed light on much deeper philosophical meanings and blah, blah, blah. But you notice, too, one thing about the movie is it's very angry and emotional. Whereas the other Gialli,
that's the same. Is that the same?
It's usually misogyny and people are like, oh. But in this movie, there's this tone of anger and everyone's very emotional.
Right. And Zero.
Wait a second. Is that the same as what?
Evan.
What?
Okay.
Oh no,
I'm sorry, guys. Everything the last what you guys
just came on. So I was wondering if it was the same woman from the last movie. Because Cat of Nine Tails just like came on.
The young gal, Barbara Boucher.
Yeah.
Barbara Boucher is in a lot of Gialli. She's She's a staple in Giallo films, just
Is
like
she in
Edwidge
so Cat and Nightingale,
Finch.
so that is
her,
the same.
her name.
That's the same girl.
Yeah, she's also in. I think she's the one in The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. I believe
wanna
Barbara
know
Boucher
so
is in
much
that
more
one.
about Giallo. I feel like I don't know enough.
Listen, once you dive into this genre, you are gonna like go down a rabbit hole, because there. And if you want, let me know. I will give you a list of titles that you will definitely want to see. I'm really excited because Celluloid Dreams.
Do you know what the first Giallo? Well, how I was introduced to Giallo, but it's not Giallo anyway. The first movie I saw was this one. Hold on.
Nope.
It's literally an Italian VHS.
Well, that's traditional horror.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, well, I
demons.
can't
But
really
yeah,
play it on a real VHS.
Oh, is that a VHS?
Italian VHS. It's an Italian VHS. So I put it in the
that's a PAL.
VCR and it broke it.
Well, that's because that is the PAL format as well. That's not
So
NTSC.
there's that.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie, Evan, or did you just?
Yeah, no. I've seen.
Did you just see
that
the
was the reason I
VHS?
wanted the VHS. I wanted the VHS of it, and they sent me the Italian VHS of it, and I broke it.
eBay. Where'd you go?
Well, listen, I will sidetrack. I will sidetrack and say that if you're lately, if people are into collecting VHSs, and that's fine. But when I hear people say, well, I prefer to watch the old VHSs on a regular square TV, and I'm like, not me. I'm sorry, but I want the widescreen if that's the way they shot it. I like the clarity. I VHS was all fuzzy, and kind of everything. And maybe it's a nostalgic thing, but a lot of young people are like jumping on the hip bandwagon and collecting all these VHS. And it's like, I have VHSs. I have a lot of VHSs, but those are ones that are collectible or have special cases like clamshells, or Anchor Bay had the gatefold covers.
My niece literally asked me if we had any cassette tapes of like certain bands. I'm like,
oh, cassettes, yeah,
here. And I'm like, well, I mean, we probably have like recorded cassettes of like things that we've like made mixtapes of.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that actually exists, and I'm like,
yeah.
Sony still makes a boombox, a CD boombox that has a cassette player in it, and you can record.
See, I was born
too,
in the
you hit the play and the record.
I was around when.
Listen, I'm 19.
Payphones.
Yeah. Oh, but
and
see, I was born in 19.
Italian visa.
I was born in 1963, so it was 8 tracks, cassettes, vinyl LPs, and then 8 tracks phased out, and you had cassettes and albums, and then CDs came in around 1985. So I've been there for all of them. Rotary phones, everything. I got to experience all of it.
Oh, you were talking about that one phone. You were talking about that one phone with the string.
Oh yeah, you have one?
Yeah. No, that's what he's saying. No, he said like if he could find one, man, it's like $3,000 or something shit for that. Probably.
Well, but I mean, the one I was talking about with the face on it.
I want one of those clocks, one of those Garfield clocks with the swinging tail.
Yeah. Well, the original was just a regular cap, but they do have a Garfield one. Actually, what you want to have is the push button Garfield phone. The Garfield phone. That is a collectible.
Oh yeah, that was the one that everyone had. I remember.
So and then again on Duckling, the score.
You keep saying Duckling, but I'm thinking Darkwing Duck. I'm like Darkwing Duck was the shit.
No, that would be whatever the word dark is in Italian, Paperino. So the thing is,
Spasmo.
The score from Riz Ortolani is so on my Walkman and my boombox. I love the score, which is right here, paired up with another Giallo soundtrack. But there's Don't Torture Duckling, and the music is so different for a Giallo in the manner that it's not your typical jazz, that almost improvised sounding jazz. A lot of Gialli have that, but this one had a different score altogether in that stabbing music whenever something dramatic would happen. The score is excellent. Let's see here. We talked about misdirection. We basically covered everything I have on here. But the ending. So here's a little bit of spoilers for people who you can mute it or something. Right up until the end, like when the mother of the priest disappears with the girl, and you're thinking, oh, is she, something to do with and everything. And they carry that right up until the end. I mean, the audience sees that it's the priest, but the reporter and Patrizia don't know it yet until they see the priest's mother falling out of that little cave and going, stop, stop. Then they realize, wait a minute, it's him. And I will say, a thing they kind of messed up on a little bit, it was they showed that cliff like it was going straight down. But then when you see him, the dummy flying over the edge and going down, it looks more like a hill. But
was that a dummy, Todd?
If you and people criticize that scene for not looking very real, but that's Fulci, man. That's Fulci.
Well,
and
it's
like
similar
the dummy
to,
in the fountain.
One of his one of the Beyond, or one of those movies.
Yeah.
Gates of Hell trilogy.
Yeah.
Which one? There's a scene where he's going down the steps and the head's hitting the steps.
Oh yeah.
And it's similar.
Yeah.
And the other movie, The Psychic.
Yeah.
Where similar clip scene.
But the thing is, Duckling came before all that, and
right.
I actually have an Italian VHS of Phenomenon, and I wasn't dumb enough to ram it into a fucking American VHS.
Well, a friend of mine
it's still pretty good.
A friend of mine had a British VHS of music videos by Johnny Hates Jazz, and he put it in his VCR, and it just wouldn't play. It didn't wreck his tape. But yeah, you got to realize that anything on VHS coming from Europe is going to be in PAL format, so it's not going to work. So if you're going to get a foreign VHS, it's just for collectible reasons, not for any actual usage. And like some discs, people don't realize that. Let me grab these again. Many DVDs are only region 1, which is North America. It even I think it says here on the back somewhere. But if you get a DVD from Europe, most likely it's going to be region 2, and it won't play in your DVD player. So you'd have to have, what is it, a PlayStation or something that'll play discs from around the world, and an all region player like I have.
Right.
Some DVDs are all region, so it'll say 0 on it, so you can play them anywhere. Although I have a few DVDs that say all region, but they're still PAL, so you can't play them unless you have an all region player. It gets complicated, but like this Arrow Blu-ray has a little tiny A on the back, which means this is North America. And then most, and if it is all region, it'll say ABC. Most 4K discs are all region. Most of them, and some aren't, but most of them are. So if you get a 4K disc from England or Italy or Spain or something, there's a good chance that it will play anyway. But you have to double check the back of you look at the back of the package or look at the listing, because And then again, you will have listings for movies. Like, for instance, one of the movies I have, I think it's for Anna and the Apocalypse, the Blu-ray, it says B on the back, but it's not. It's an all-region Blu-ray. So sometimes it's a thing where it's trial and error, or you have to really research and find out if you're getting the right thing, because it gets messed up. But the other thing too is Fulci with his movies, even if they're shitty Fulci movies like Demonia or even Enigma and stuff like that, the ones that are really not so good, he still has a flair. He knows how to frame people. The way he uses the camera, like Don't Torture Duckling, did you notice had a lot of handheld camera in it?
Yeah.
And that's kind of unusual. Like when the boy in the beginning of the film is being chased through the woods, it's all handheld, but it's he got hit on the head first. But you know, noticed even though it's handheld while
Are you there?
He's running. I'm back. Me and Jack disappeared that time, and then when I came back, you guys sped up like you were fast forward. So I don't know if you can hear me when I'm gone, or I don't know. All right.
No.
But anyway, so when the child is running through the forest, you notice you can still see what's going on. It wasn't like found footage where the camera's shaking so fast that you can't see anything. But Fulci has, even for his shitty movies, he makes them well. They're always well shot and Manhattan Baby. That's the other one that people say was one of his worst. But if you're going to go into Fulci, like for instance, Four of the Apocalypse was his Western that he did. And as far as the Western is concerned, it's like Fulci, man. He doesn't do it like it's not just a Western. It's Fulci. So
Fulci Western.
You have to, give the guy some credit. But Don't Torture Duckling. So Evan, when you get into the Giallo, you're going to wind up going down a rabbit hole. But let me know. I can give you a list of what I would recommend right off the bat. Coming in May, Celluloid Dreams is restoring and going to release another one I like, Black Belly of the Tarantula. That one you can get that one now, but Celluloid Dreams is going to put it out on a 4K Blu-ray combo with lobby cards and all that kind of good stuff. But I highly recommend Black Belly of the Tarantula. Now,
I still
wait a
haven't ordered.
second. Are you guys hearing me? I'm sorry?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. I hear you fine. You're good.
Okay, because what happens is, well, sometimes while I'm talking, I notice like you and Evan suddenly are moving and fast forward. And I'm wondering if like you can't hear me while that's happening or see me.
Every once
today
in a
we
while.
have a
Every
lot
once
of
in a while,
technical
you
glitches going on, and I don't know why, but
you lag out every once in a while, Todd.
See, you guys do too. So I guess even if I left and came back in again, it's not going to fix. You're mostly good, Todd, with occasional freezes. That's what people tell me sometimes, Wink. Thank you. Yeah, I lag out and freeze sometimes. I'm old.
All right. It knows you. The camera,
anyway,
the camera knows you well.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen Cat of Nine Tails. Because I forget this driving.
Yeah, Argento is good, but as far as his Cat of Nine Tails, Four Flies on Gray Velvet, all those older ones, those are fine, but I'm not really that interested in revisiting them so much. Maybe Deep Red, but Argento is fine, but I don't really dive into as far as I've seen all of his movies. I'm just not as like overexcited about Argento.
I find myself going
yeah,
to
the one
first film more than the Cat of Nine Tails, the bird with the crystal plumage.
Or yeah.
I like that better
the one
than
that
Cat of Nine Tails and what came after, and Four Flies. I think.
Yeah, the one that I don't like is Inferno. It's all style over substance, and the film makes no sense at all to me. And also,
I love opera. That's one of my favorites. That's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
like when people talk about Tenebrae, I'm like, yeah, it's fine, but opera is better.
Oh, I like Tenebrae. I love that one a lot. Yeah,
me too. Don't get me wrong. It's not.
And I've got the score. Well, see, I first saw Tenebrae on a VHS. The movie was heavily cut, and it was called Unsane. And I was kind of like, eh. But hey, I don't know if you knew this.
Back in the early 90s.
Oh, well, also a lot of people don't know that in Tenebrae, Daria Nicolati's voice was voiced by Teresa Russell.
Right.
So, yeah. So I don't know why they do that, because Daria Nicolati could speak English. So I don't know why they dubbed her over with Teresa Russell, but that's what they did. So anyone who's anyone who saw one of Brian Haas's older podcasts, I accidentally, instead of saying Teresa Russell, I said it was Rebecca De Mornay, and I'll never ever forgive myself for fucking up that, like that, and just kept saying Rebecca De Mornay when it was not. So
I heard about that.
Yelling at it.
I feel bad. Well, no, I mean, because Teresa Russell should get her due and her credit, and here I was saying it was a different actress, and I am so sorry. And it's it's out there forever. And
I apologize about it.
Yeah, I feel bad. But anyway, so
I apologize.
I'll also say, since
talk shit to at a stop sign. It wasn't you, really.
So is there any other little things about Duckling that you guys wanted to touch upon or noticed before we move on? But
what about you, Jack?
Emilio Estevez killed. That courtroom scene was off the chain in the beginning, and then at the end when he got the little kids.
I thought, I didn't even know that was gonna be. Remember when like grabs him by the foot and tosses him over?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this is fucking strength. It's like holding him by his ankles and flipping.
Well, my stomach, every time I see that scene where they're fighting so close to that edge, my stomach just goes up here, because I have a thing about heights, and like when I've done hikes on mountains, and I'm so terrified of being, like even 10 feet away from an edge, and the way they were fighting and stuff, I was worried one was going to slip and go right over. I don't know what it really looked like on the other side of that ledge. It could have just been, just level grant, but still the way it was shot and everything, it made you feel like they were really at the edge of a cliff.
Yeah,
and
there's that one shot in Brazil that everyone does. It's just like a very it's like a 3-foot drop. It's like not even that bad. It looks like we're hanging for their life. Like,
oh man, it's no, but I don't torture Duckling, even though I know the whole movie. I know what's going to happen. It's just a movie that I can rewatch and just appreciate it. Some people say, well, I already know who the killer is. Why rewatch it? No, there's just so much to look around in that movie and the meanings behind things.
That's definitely rewatchable.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've seen it, and I just really
good recommendation. Thank you.
Yes, well, like I said, that's my personal. We did my second favorite one last week, Spasmo, and I think at some point maybe let's do my third favorite, Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. Yeah.
Does that have an English name to it, or is that just that's the English name?
I cannot say No, Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion does have an Italian title, but offhand, I can't.
You probably don't remember it.
Yeah. Well, like I remember Non si divisi un paparino, because I love that movie so much. And Spasmo.
Yeah, but I've only seen Duckling one other time, and I watched it this morning, early this morning, and that's why I only was able to watch it in English. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as like The House with Laughing Windows. I only say that because it's similar. It's similar to that, like in a small town, kind of.
Well, I would think that Duckling is more intense and more frantic and angry, whereas House with Laughing Windows is kind of leisurely, and kind of there's danger, but it's not like through the whole thing like Duckling is.
I think I have to watch it in Italian one more time.
When you watch it in Italian, you'll see how much more intense and how much better the movie is. Right. Because now there are some Italian films where I do think the Italian language tracks are intense and better, but the problem is in a movie like Spasmo, where they are speaking in English, the Italian dub, though it sounds good, doesn't really flow well with it because like you said, if the mouths, like look at all the Japanese films, the Godzilla movies and stuff, their mouths are doing this, but the voices are doing that. And it's just, it's frustrating to me because I'm just constantly looking at their lips and getting distracted. So, but yeah, I would say Don't Torture Duckling is a better experience. And I read through some external reviews on IMDb last night, and basically most of them do mention, if you can watch it in Italian, that would be the preferred way to do it. But yeah,
I loved how Fulci keeps his, gore, like even though it wasn't that kind of movie, but when
except for the chain scene,
that chain scene was Fulci at his best.
Oh, it's even today, it's shocking. Seeing that scene, very brutal. And I mean, I always get a little, I don't want to say teary-eyed, but kind of sad, especially after they attack her like that, because she's just trying. And then you see all those city type folks driving by, and that one family saw her bloodied and trying to, climb up the hill. And then they just turned their heads and drove on. There's a whole thing about class.
Exactly. I was just going to say that really showed the difference in how society was turning into something else there, and she was like a relic holding on.
Look at that highway,
right?
Like 100 feet off the ground. It's like one
it's like a different world.
One essay said that it was like, so the people that are more elite don't have to actually go through the town. They can like overpass it. There's all kinds of meanings and metaphors and stuff in this movie, but it's very much about class, and it's very much about their politics, and very much about religion. Fulci just tackled them all. And at least what was good about this one, though, the commissioner and then the head cop guy, the older balding man, you noticed they understood that some of these people, the suspects, weren't bad. And they would mention how these townspeople, they're so superstitious. They understood. So they weren't these bumbling, goofy cops that were inept. These cops, well, the older guy and the commissioner who always wore a suit, they knew what was what. And like when the witch,
are you talking about the mustachio guy?
No, he's the reporter.
Oh, the one that gets to bang the lady.
There was a commissioner who wore glasses and had a little beard, and he wore a suit. And then there was a police chief who was an older balding guy. And instead of
covered the story, or we who put it?
Well, instead of making them dumb cops, they were on top of things. They understood the way the town was, the people. So that was really cool, because usually Giallo or even some Polizia Tesh films make the cops bumbling or inept.
Right.
And this movie, they were, even though they were presiding over a village and superstitious people, they were still intelligent cops. They understood what was what, and in a way kind of compassionate, because when the witch was killed, you know, the one older cop, when the commissioner said, we need to find who did this, and the one cop was like, what are we going to do, arrest the whole town? You know,
Yeah.
there was so much smartness about it, and I really appreciated that, so that they weren't insulting the viewer or just thinking viewers were just, you know, along for the kills and the nudity and don't really, you know, that's all they go in for. This movie gave you something to think about and actually have you paying attention, involved, if you're gonna because all that misdirection, especially, like for instance, I was gonna touch on that. Giuseppe, who was the village idiot, the guy who was trying to spy on the prostitutes.
The women.
Okay.
The women. That's something else that I was gonna say about those kids. Those kids were fucking rotten from the beginning, man. It's like spiral.
Well, here's
right there.
But here's the thing.
And then they're smoking cigarettes. They're like, give me some drag. Yeah, we're gonna see two people fucking. One of them's got like asses and titties like watermelons or some shit.
Yeah.
Like what
exactly,
the? It's like what
exactly
the?
Well, that was the thing. See,
you remembered that well, Evan. That watermelon line really stuck in.
Downhill for there.
Instead of having. Okay, so instead of having like traditional gialli, the prostitutes, where they're beautiful women, these women were more like from a Fellini film. They were bustier. They were, as one person said, these women were almost grotesque in their
except for
and so
the very next scene, you got the girl who's teasing all the young boys. It was odd. So I was like,
but see, the thing is too, Fulci wanted a bit more realism as far as the way the characters looked, and as far as the kids go, he respected the characters in a way that these were kids, man, and these were kids in a village like that. They were going to be doing bad things, and they were going to smoke cigarettes, and also what people didn't understand was the reason the witch, she was doing those little voodoo dolls, but she had no idea that these kids were being killed. She was only doing that because she was mad because the kids were messing with a grave of a child of hers that died years before. So they were messing with that grave. And that's why later you found that skeleton in a cave, because she... Well, you notice that she removed the baby's skeleton from that gravesite to the cave because those boys were messing with it, and that's why she was yelling, "Get away from there!" We lost Evan there, but so there's a lot of little things going on that you have to that they reveal later that you realize at the beginning. Well, I don't understand. She's doing voodoo, and now the boys are dying. Basically, you figure out later that when she explains, I was only making wax dolls, she didn't know anything about the kids being killed. So I liked how things were answered later, and you kind of go, oh, and then you think back. So the movie was very involving, and I'm just really excited by a structure like that. Because let's face it, there are a lot of gialli that are wonderful. Yeah. And a lot of people would pick up on that he was the killer right away, but I
did,
even though I had a suspicion, because let's face it, in other gialli,
he wasn't really
it's always
introduced at the beginning. So
yeah, well, other gialli, it's usually a priest. Yeah,
a lot of priests.
Well, I've seen way too many gialli. Where the priest was the killer. So that's why some people may pick up on that. But No, they didn't really give him too much exposure except for being kind of on the sidelines, so that you didn't really think, well, right off the bat, he's the killer. And if some people figure that out, it's fine. But I just like how you're given so much misdirection and everybody has a reason to have done something bad that it's just so masterfully done. I just can't speak highly enough about how much I love this movie. So, yeah, as far as Fulci films go, I think it's his best film. And as far as all the hundreds and hundreds of Gialli out there, this is my favorite.
There was like some things that I watched on YouTube or whatever about the movie, and a lot of them were like, they're like, well, it just really doesn't add up. Nothing about this makes it better Fulci movie. And I'm like,
it all adds up. It all adds up. People just don't pay attention. People don't pay attention. You know,
I give it 4 stars at least.
Oh God, yeah. I'm gonna say it's a masterpiece, man.
I've read a lot of movies. I'm like, that's damn good.
Oh yeah, and I, like I said, not because we were reviewing it, but every once in a while, I'll put the soundtrack on my boombox, and while I'm cooking or something, I will be listening to the soundtrack on my headphones. I love the score so much.
There you
go. But many movies, like when we were talking about Spasmo last week, I see a lot of reviews where people go, the movie is a mess. There's so much, it doesn't make sense. It does if you just pay attention, you know, and even if you're confused, that's okay. I admit I was when I first saw it in Spasmo, but then later on.
It's crazy how you sound like a cult leader.
Spasmo.
You don't see it this way, but you will.
Spasmo.
You will. Like Spasmo, that last act reveals every. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Jeez. It's blinding.
Oh, God.
Jeez. I don't know. Maybe one day we can review that one if you want, but oh my God, it is kind of torture.
We'll review it next week. No.
Oh, well, we'll
after
think about that.
What was it?
Well, we don't have to, but I'd really love to talk about Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. And but there's also ones like Black Belly of the Tarantula and 7 Bloodstained Orchids and the 7 Deaths in a Cat's Eye. And did we talk about Eyeball? Did we review that one?
We did
I got a few of them.
I mean, look, there it is.
Space Station 46 on DVD. That is on.
Oh my.
Euphoria on DVD as well. The Astronaut.
Are you talking Euphoria? Are you talking about?
No, I'm just giving you. Okay, these are what you said last week.
Oh yeah, Euphoria is being released on the 10th on Tuesday on
Astral Plane Drifter.
Yeah, but you got to buy that one from the website.
Green Rays. Spasmo, it's $29.99 only online. Eyeball, 2 cats in a glass labyrinth. In parentheses.
7 cats in a glass labyrinth. That's Eyeball.
7 cats. Sorry about that.
But that is
Eyeball. 7 cats in a glass labyrinth.
And Spasmo you can watch in English.
Giallo and Venice.
That only if you want to torture yourself and watch a few porn clips. And I think it's awful.
Torso or the bodies show signs of carnal violence.
That's Torso, and I do not like Torso. I've Sergio Martino's films. That one to me was
I'm literally just writing down titles of movies.
Well, I would also, if you see like Black Belly of the Tarantula, the fifth chord. That one has Franco Nero in it. There's just, hey, speaking of Gialli, I don't buy much from Mondo Macabro anymore because I just can't afford to buy everything. But there's also Giallo like The Fox with the Velvet Tail. Something Parapiance, something, but anyway, Hotel Fear, which is more art house and a little more esoteric. We have Shadow of Death. Even Mill of the Stone Women.
Mill of the Stone Women.
It's considered more of a horror film, but there's a Giallo element to it. And here's the Arrow. Actually, Mill of the Stone Women has a deluxe release from Arrow Video, and you can get a standard release now. Because I know the Barnes & Noble, a mile down the road from me, has this in just a standard.
So the Mill of the Stone Women are being released.
And that one, and just know that some of these are not like Duckling, where they move pretty fast. Some of these are more casual, gothic, laid back tone, like House with Laughing Windows. So sometimes these are not speedy movies, but they're fascinating. And but this is the old one. Oh my God.
I burn a lot of cardboard. I still got another side.
That's interesting. That's a good notepad.
What's this?
Wait.
It says, how come my imaginary friends never get older? And then there's a thing, how I amalgamate Blood Fart Lake. Like how many different times you could say.
No, I do that. I'll get an idea in my head and I'll bring up Notepad and I'll just.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I do sometimes I'll type down little thoughts like that and I'll have a bunch of them and go, where did this come from? But yeah, no, I get it.
I mean,
I get it.
It's like Sudoku, like there's the numbers or, people's names or, colors, anything. Blood Fart Lake.
I don't understand Sudoku, and I never could figure out what people were doing with this Wordle thing. I know people that on Facebook post their latest Wordle thing, and I'm like, I don't. What the Wordle looks like Connect 4 to me.
I think at the bottom here it says, "Can't shoot a toad and hit a frog." And the rest of these are just movies that you suggested.
Well, here's one. Here's one for you that I heard from a woman back in college. The toaster works fine. I just don't like toast. Something to
get a friend to do it.
Yes, that's something to think about. I like to throw that one at people, and they always stop and go, because they're thinking about it. And it's really not much to think about. And that's one of my Vimeo videos, by the way. I did that line in a video. So sometime I'll have to give you some more links, Chris, because I've got like a few videos called Dark Wisdom.
Yeah, I'll find them.
They're very weird. I did like 4 Dark Wisdom videos. They're really short. They're like a minute long. Because, but anyway, so, hey, here's something else that's really weird. Now, Astral Plane Drifter has had a Jodorowsky kind of touch to it. And of course, that Domiziano film El Dorado I voiced is very much like Jodorowsky. But for those of you, Alejandro Jodorowsky, he's famous for El Topo and Holy Mountain. And also this box set has Fondo Elise and Psycho Magic. But yeah, this is a deluxe set with a big book from Arrow Video that I think this one's out of print. Yeah, there we go.
To get there.
These movies are they're like LSD trips. They are visually bizarre. Yeah, I had to have this. I bought this. I don't know. This is like a good 8 or 9 years ago or something when I got this, but
Someone instructed me when I was a child not to take any psychedelics and watch Holy Mountain.
Oh, well, what? Also, a good one from him would be Santa Sangre, which is really amazing. I remember Severin released Santa Sangre with the whole bundle. There was a T-shirt and a pendant and all this really cool shit. But I mean, Jodorowsky is not something you can watch.
Head.
Oh, that's the Monkees. The Monkees, yeah, yeah. The Monkees was the American answer to the Beatles' A Hard Day's Night. And you know that Head was written by Jack Nicholson. And you had Dennis Hopper involved in it. Now, if you look carefully in one scene in Head where they're in a cafeteria, Dennis Hopper and Jack Nicholson are both Peter Fonda, and they're all wearing their outfits that from Easy Rider. They were shooting Easy Rider at the same time, so they showed up on set in the movie in their outfits from Easy Rider. But let's see what's coming up on this. There.
Beautiful.
Not since the Ten Commandments. If you liked Covered Wagon, Beyond From Here to Eternity, they can't be the Marx Brothers, they're too young. Columbia Pictures presents The Monkees. Mickey, Davy, Mike, Peter in Head. That's right, Head. What's it all about? Only Victor Mature's hairdresser knows for sure.
Are you kidding? Looks like a nice guy, and I like his smile. Go on, see if you can hit me just once. Just once.
Don't, Davy. Please don't.
Net Funicello.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Head is the most extraordinary adventure western comedy love story, mystery drama, musical documentary satire ever filmed.
Okay. All right, know what I'm talking about tomorrow. I'll fucking watch that shit and be like, all right, there we go.
I don't know how much of that made sense to the viewers, because to me that video was very, very choppy. But yeah, and that trailer makes the movie look a lot more zany and slapsticky than it really is, because it's very much it gets in your brain and it's just like you're on drugs. Actually, so they said movies like this, you don't need to take drugs when you're watching them. The movie is the drug. And you just kind of let it mess with your head. Head is just very.
If
and here's another thing.
Had drugs before, you remember what drugs were like.
Exactly. And also, so for people, if they're looking for this one on disc, the only way to get the widescreen with commentary and stuff is in a box set from Criterion called the BBS Story. That's the only way to get it that way. Otherwise, on DVD, it was released by Rhino in a, pan and scan thing. I guess if people can find it on streaming, maybe that's the widescreen version or something. But yeah, I have it in a box set. And
do you want to know what's like really interesting about like the video that's been going on behind me? It's a zombie film thing, whatever. I just like threw it in the whatever, and I keep noticing it out to the side, so I
yeah, I just yeah.
but it's Night of the Living Dead. Hold on. I gotta show this thing because this was interesting because that was the movie that was playing. All right, so check this out. Night of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, The Thirsty Dead, and Messiah of Evil.
Oh, Messiah of Evil,
which is what Joe Bob's last drive-in is. It's fucking weird.
Messiah of Evil is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I love the movie. I wore the T-shirt
I
for it.
I saw it the other night, and this was just in my fucking CD player, DVD player, and I was like, because Night of the Living Dead's in there.
Yeah.
But Messiah of Evil is also on there.
Oh man, Messiah of Evil. You know, it's funny. Messiah of Evil was from the man and woman team who wrote American Graffiti. So it's kind of weird. Those two movies are completely different. Yeah, it's Messiah of Evil is definitely one of my favorites. It's just amazing. And it's creepy as hell. But speaking of movies that are kind of more art house and a little dreamy and cerebral, Messiah of Evil is a good example of that. So speaking of drug trips and weird and messing with your head, Chris, we talked about this before the show came on, and this is also on Arrow Video. You gotta see Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway. I am not kidding. This movie it's hard to describe, but I will tell, once you put it in and watch it, you just let it happen. Yeah. Was there a trailer for it? Or God, these trailers, I don't know how you guys, when we watched that head trailer, was that video all choppy and everything to you guys?
Nope.
Okay. For me, it kept jumping and chopping, and it was okay. Well, I don't know. Was there a trailer for Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway?
You missed it.
Missed it.
Yeah. when you left
no,
you showed it.
You lying. And also with this Arrow Video, you get a poster, as well as a book.
Is that the one with Jesus hunting motorcycle?
Here we go.
Welcome to Psycho Book.
The virus is striking again.
Damn Russians.
Is this real?
Affecting the whole system.
Yep.
Lieutenant Pump, Agent Vigano, tonight you will be facing Operation Jungle.
The CIA believes that the Soviet Union virus is planning to take over Psycho Book.
Your mission is to retrieve samples.
Come see this.
I've got the virus. We need your assistance right now.
Lieutenant!
Round one, fight. What the hell happened inside?
Operation Jungle is now in our hands.
The virus is hacking the whole system.
This is fucking
Is
incredible.
the CIA aware that you're sending 2 men to their probable death?
No agent dies inside Psycho Book. It's just a virtual reality.
Here comes the most interesting part of the story.
Round 2, fight.
That midget is more important than you can imagine.
How do I know you're not a figment of my imagination?
Don't you see, Agent? Operation Jungle, the CIA, this is just a virtual projection.
Wake up, Pagano!
What?
There you go. Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway. God, this movie is, and you can rewatch it too, because as you saw, there's so much shit going on. Besides visually, there's just the story itself is just it. I can't even. So you got the virus and Psycho Book and all that, yeah. But to try to explain it completely is just not easy to do. But I'm lucky. I got this when it was first released, slipcover edition with a booklet and everything and a poster. I think now it's just a standard edition out there if you can find it. But you can find this one on eBay, but it's probably going to be pricier because when Arrow puts out first editions, usually they're like this with slipcover and booklet and stuff, and then the next printings are just standard. But yeah, Jesus shows you the way to the highway, and I'm recommending to people going to see The Bride out there in theaters. I say when you get home, you need to see Frankenhooker.
Yeah.
Frankenhooker is a definite classic. I love this movie so much. And yes, Ward, there's plenty of nudity in this one. But again,
awards for
a movie without it. It's
can't win an award with nudity if you have nudity in it, unless it's
there's a reason for it.
The adult video
they're
medals awards.
They're prostitutes and they're on super crack. So
that's the kind of
Frankenhooker
exists. That exists.
Frankenhooker is amazing, absolutely amazing. And I got I may have mentioned the one last week, I'm not sure, but I'm really I know about Frankenhooker. I bet you do, Ward. But I also am kind of a fan of crappy 80s and 90s crappy 80s and 90s shot on video features.
Nick, clean it out. All these nudie bags and
there are labels like Saturn's Core and VH Shitfest through Vinegar Syndrome that put out shot on video titles, and some of them I can't get through some of them. They're so bad. But Wild Eye Releasing has a sub-label called Visual Vengeance, and so far they have 22 releases. There are like 5 more lined up through May, but this is number 21 that came out recently, called Highway to Hell. And I mean, the cover makes it look, oh my God, must be action packed and everything. It all takes place in a rural area, so it's shot on video, so it looks like it was shot on someone's VHS camcorder, and it's so ridiculously dumb and entertaining. And these releases from Visual Vengeance not only come with posters and little like VHS stickers and stuff, they have like up to like 10 hours of extras on these things. I don't know how they cram so much for what's really considered shitty movies. They really give these the lavish treatment. So you got Highway to Hell, and the one that came out before it is Ozone, Attack of the Redneck Zombies. And this was number 20. The one that's number 22 that is
it?
And the one that's coming, the one that I got coming is called The Paranormal, and that's number 22. But again, these all come with, like I said, stickers. This one has the video company Mother Video that made the movie. There's just all kinds of. Oh, this Ozone comes with its own mutant puke bag.
Wow.
So, you know,
Dude,
these usually run 21. Well, these usually run, if you go to Diabolic DVD is where you can find them.
That's cool.
Well, these usually run about $21.99 to $24.99 depending on the release. But yeah, I've got all 22 so far, and then next month they got 2 more titles coming, and they're just even if you think, boy, these movies are really bad, they're entertaining. I mean, I've seen some shot on video movies like through VH Shitfest or Saturn Core where I get about 20 minutes in and I can't bear it anymore. But everything I've seen so far on Visual Vengeance has been a lot of fun. One of their releases was filmmaker Drew Goddard's his film LA AIDS Jabber. It's a great little movie, and also Drew Goddard played.
What was that? What was that
in the cult film Blood Diner? L.A. as in Los Angeles, L.A. AIDS Jabber, and as it's about a guy who becomes a straight guy who becomes HIV infected through a needle or something, and then what he does is he's angry and crazy, so he goes out and tries jabbing people with a syringe that would infect them. And I know it sounds tacky, and I guess it kind of is, but what's fun is that there's no references to the gay community, because back in the 80s, people were saying it was a gay disease and all this kind of stuff, and everybody was being homophobic. Well, not everybody, but and in this movie, there's no he's
not gay.
Anti-LGBT elements. No stereotypes.
It's like all shown through like, here's what happens and shit. Or is it like, oh
yeah,
no, I
and
it's written.
There's a voiceover.
No, it's got a story. It's got a no. It's got a good story to it. And Drew, the director in that, he sent me a little index card and sent me a nice little message and autographed it. I'm friends with Drew on Facebook. But LA AIDS Jabber is, you look at the title and you think, oh, this is going to be offensive, but it's actually really interesting, and it was a great little shot on video movie. So that one is also through Visual Vengeance. But if you go on Diabolic DVD and search Visual Vengeance, they'll give you all the titles. Just beware, there's only up to about 25 or 26 listed, but it says 67 results, and that's because some of the ones offered are like bundles or promotional versions that aren't available anymore. They just haven't eliminated them from the site. So, Diabolic DVD, I would recommend going to that website.
If there is anyone that's coming out with like a new movie or anything like that, like, and they want me to review their movie, I will. Like, no problem. Like, I'll have it out next Friday.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm trying to get one.
Yeah, visual.
We're gonna hold you to that.
Dude, do it.
Okay. Well, Wild Eye releasing also.
Todd, what was that? A 40? Are you drinking a 40?
Wild Eye is famous for movies like Karis. No, it's sparkling water, mandarin orange. It tastes like soda. I'm kind of staying away from high fructose sodas and stuff because they're too sweet and they're just not this good. Has aspartame, which my nephrologist said it's okay because you don't drink 10 of them a day. Right. So I can drink these often, and they're not going to hurt you. But these do have flavor, and I like that they're clear. They don't put coloring in them. Whatever flavor, like I also like black cherry and I like Fuji apple, and they're all clear. They don't have the coloring and everything.
I gotcha.
That's good stuff. So other than that, as far as like new stuff that's out there, I was shocked. Walmart has their Steelbook section, and sometimes they have Shout Factory releases, but they've now released Piranha on 4K.
Nice.
So it's a 4K Blu-ray combo. Most of the extras are on the Blu-ray. They usually reserve the 4K for mainly for the feature. But this is. I mean, Piranha is a great little movie. It's sure it was made as a ripoff of Jaws, but it's not the same as Jaws. It's Piranha. And then the other new ones I would say are interesting. This is via Vinegar Syndrome. And again, I mentioned Saturn's Core, which I used to collect the Saturn's Core titles. Then I came across a few bad ones, and I thought, I'm not spending like $27 on a movie. That's just ugh. But I'm a fan of St. Louis filmmaker Eric Stanzi. One of his films, Deadwood Park. This is from a while back in a cool edition. So I really like Eric's works. There is also through American Genre Film Archive, or AGFA. I don't get every AGFA release, but when they put out interesting ones, this one's called Embalmer.
That's a
You see if
great
the
cover.
cover's different. Yeah.
Oh.
And sometimes they're shot on video, sometimes not. But, you know, AGFA really puts out crazy, interesting releases. Their newest one that was offered this month, I did not buy. I think it's kind of a documentary thing. But the other one, this is a Shudder release through Vinegar Syndrome. Also IFC, an IFC Shudder combo called Out Come the Wolves. And it's from the director of the film Backcountry. If you're fans of that, you'll want to see this. Now, the artwork on this slipcover, I don't know. Here, it's kind of, yeah. I mean,
is that blood? At least there's blood.
It's an
right?
arm, and that's a hand, and there's a shoulder, and it's bloody. But
yeah,
sometimes, look at that. That's the actual artwork for the movie. And
right.
I don't know. Sometimes these slipcovers, I'm sorry, Vinegar Syndrome, but sometimes these, and I'm not, no offense to the artist, but some of these slipcovers, this almost makes it look like it's a cheap shot on video movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
But, and then the other one, and this title is a little shocking. I'm a fan of movies from Magnolia or Magnet releasing. And this one is a foreign film. Very weird, very kind of funny. The title is Bad Luck Banging or Loony Porn. But beware, here's the slipcover. I'm going to cover the bottom part. There's the slipcover on the front, and then a rather suggestive back cover. And again, I like weird, I like esoteric. Some, of course, are just too stuffy and boring, but these are the ones. Instead of buying any Vinegar Syndrome titles last month, I went for partner label ones. And this, like I said, this month, Vinegar Syndrome offers Office Killer, which I really, really, really want to have, but that one will be available for a while through them, so I'm not in a rush. But I usually go for the partner label ones, especially when the slipcover editions, like I'll sign on to Vinegar Syndrome as soon as the sale goes up, and already within the first few minutes, they could be down to only like 400 copies of the title slipcover. So.
So I found these. I don't know why RoboJox is in there.
Show and tell.
Oh, I don't know why RoboJox is in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's one of my favorite movies.
Wow.
Oh, I saw it when it first came out. Yeah, and it was only PG, which is funny.
I mean,
only rated PG.
There's so many times where it could just be like RoboCop just ripping people apart and shit.
Yeah.
You have to watch that on Discord.
It's no RoboCop, but this one's Galaxy of Terror.
Right? Yeah. Now I saw that in the theater when I was in college, and I love the movie, except for Roger Corman's insistence in some of the New World pictures. Like in this one, you got a slug monster raping a woman, and I just
that's the healthy scene.
That is that's usually upon Roger Corman's insistence, because look what he did to Humanoids from the Deep. It's all women being their clothes torn off and raped by monsters. Troll, of course.
It is, which I like to think of as the real Harry Potter.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. And Stone Cold. With
oh my God.
Brian Boston.
And he almost Kilmer there.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good.
Well,
I will literally put this on.
I'm gonna grab something off the shelf. I'll be right back.
This is better.
Todd ran off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, this
I
is
like
what
the
happens when you show some of your collection. Todd has to go. He's going to go buy. He's going to go grab 50 movies.
Yeah, you were talking about robot jocks. Well, here's called the Arrow Video Store box set, and it has Arrow Video. I love the artwork. It's artwork from all these different like full moon titles. This one contains The Dungeon Master, Stellar Dweller, Arena, and Robot Jocks all in a box.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. Yeah, this one's the Arrow Video Store box set. So it's pretty cool. It's not cheap because you got, 4 movies in it and lots of extras. I got it too because Dolls, I missed out when Shout Factory released it in a slipcover edition, and people want way too much money for it on eBay because it's out of print. But when I saw that it was in here in a new remaster, and I think it has new extras, so that was an incentive to get this box set. But also, Robot Jocks. So.
Oh, that's the shit.
Yeah, the Arrow Video box set, the video store, and then speaking of shitty shot on video movies, the SOV 6-pack.
That's it.
Shot on
It's
video
like a
6-pack, and this one, Ryan J.R. Bookwalter is the creator of all these. And it is autographed.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the movies you get in this 6-pack. Kingdom of the Vampire, Kickboxer, which everyone in the world should see before they die. Chickboxer. Galaxy of the Dinosaurs, Zombie Cop, Maximum Impact, and Humanoids from Atlantis.
You laughing at Evan? Chickboxer.
Chickboxer is, well, like Humanoids from Atlantis. Oh God, it's bad, but it's the kind of bad where you can sit there and go, I don't think I'll ever watch this again. But you're kind of chuckling because it's just so inept. But Chickboxer is very much worth this set, and it's really cool because I got to dust. It's like it's like a 6-pack, little thing, and
well,
it's got extra. But listen, folks, I have seen this going now for over $100 on eBay because it was very limited. It was I forgot how many copies were made, but and these are region-free Blu-rays with 5.1 surround sound, mini posters for each one. I got this via Diabolic DVD when it was offered. And yeah, it wasn't cheap, but I gotta tell you, I don't regret it.
I got a bunch of like Villainous Cinema shirts that I never wear. Made or for other people.
Where are they at? Are you wearing them
let's
now?
see. So
I'll give them away, man. There's no reason to have them.
But you better wear one next time.
No, man. No. It's too corny. Too corny. I don't know where the difference is in where it's like where you have like you're in a band and you don't wear your own band shirt.
Right. I hear you.
Like, but it's like every podcaster, every cartoonist, anyone that's ever done that, like, yeah, I'll wear my own shirt.
Oh,
Todd never wears anything.
Drive around my own car.
I admit, yeah, I do. I wear the Astral Plane Drifter shirt a lot. You know, always got to promote that.
I know.
And the shirt did catch attention at the car show yesterday. People go, Astral Plane Drifter, that sounds cool, man. I go, it's a movie. And then I tell them to go see my kid. So they do work. The shirts do work if in the right situation. But let's see here. Now, for music. From Todd's record collection. This is from 1986. If you can find it, well, I don't know, thrift store, eBay, whatever. But I love this album by the Lone Cowboys. I mean, the cover alone is really disturbing. And I would say they're kind of punkish in a way. But the reason I got this album is they cover the 1970s ballad, You Light Up My Life. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that one. It's very famous.
Birthday for,
and it's very sappy.
Legal reasons, so we had a backup plan. Listen to this. Yay, 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 it's your birthday. Hey, 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 it's your day. It's not Monday, it's not Tuesday, it's not Wednesday, it's not Thursday, it's not Friday, it's not Saturday, it's not Thursday. It's your birthday.
That was for you, Jack.
Oh, thank.
Happy birthday, Jack, man.
There you go, Jack. Okay.
Cheers,
Happy birthday again.
Got Mike Tyson on.
I'll smoke with you too.
What was that, Todd?
Oh,
what was
God.
the name of that band?
The Lone Cowboys. I'm pretty sure their track, You Light Up My Life, is probably on YouTube. I've never actually looked. Oh, and they also do a song. I don't think it's the same as Voice Farm's song called Buffy's Dead, but there's a song called Buffy's Dead on here. And Buffy is in reference to the character Buffy on the 60s sitcom Family Affair, because the actress who played Buffy died of an overdose later. So Buffy's Dead. But You Light Up My Life by the Lone Cowboys it's wondrous. What can I say? You know, I'm sure some people won't like it, but I don't care.
I wasn't thinking that was the backstory for that song. Shut.
Oh yeah, well it is. Now the version that Voice Farm does is more spoken word.
So many nights I sit by my window, waiting for someone to give me a call. So many dreams I kept deep inside me, never again to be alone. You light up my life. You give me hope.
Light up my
to carry on. And you light up my day and fill my nights with
see adrift underwater. Yeah. Finally that I
drifted home. Find me a chance to say that I love
I like that part.
never again to be alone.
Hey, I love you.
Light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. And you light up my day and fill my nights
with.
I actually hit my head on something. I hit my head on something last night. That's why I've been hiding it. Can you guys see it?
Oh my God. Yep. Well, I got my really gross looking
I
eye.
fucking like slammed my head into something. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm not like trying to hide my head or nothing.
Well,
I'm like, man, it's gotta be a fucking healthy scar.
Well, that song was the remedy. Now, listen, if you ever look up the old original version of "You Light Up My Life," and you will hear how sappy
that's when that happened.
Do you feel better, Evan?
No. But go on.
I think Evans, if you're partaking in things, it probably makes you totally forget about you got your head.
Oh yeah,
here.
sorry about that.
Yeah, I bet you guys. You have your means. Yeah, here come the cops. Now, I want to say this album I bought back in 1981, and now I absolutely think this is like an ideal 80s new wave, late 70s, early 80s new wave, like what you just heard with the Lone Cowboys there. This album is amazing. The artist is Robert Ellis Orrell, and the album is called Fixation. He's famous for a song called Call the.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
he
has a song.
Hold on.
What?
What's his just say his name again and then say the name of that album.
Okay.
Or
Put
the name
some respect.
Okay, because I guess okay. Robert Ellis Orrell, and the album is called Fixation.
So Oral Fixation.
Yeah. But his name is spelled Orrall.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why he did
Fixation. See, you get the joke.
Right.
Yeah. But he's famous for a song called Call the Uh-Oh Squad. And it's great. But the album is energetic. His voice is always yelling, and he's, frantic in his delivery. And it's just joyous, and I love it. And here's the fun part. He is still making albums to this day. He has a Facebook page, and he has a brand new album coming out. After he did Fixation, he did a 5-track EP called Special Pain. And he did a duet with a song on here with Carlene Carter, who's related to, the famous country singers, the Carters. You can look that up. But
so in Cat and Nine Tails, it's the kid? That's the actual killer? Holy shit.
Cool. God. Let's see here. The other 80s album I highly, highly, highly recommend, and this one was also from 1981. Kim Larson and Jungle Dreams, and the album is called Sitting on a Time Bomb. They're still around, actually, too. I can't believe that after nearly 50 years later, these bands are still doing stuff. But this album is fun, and I even have a couple extended mixes on promotional releases that were from this album. And this album, my other 80s one, I will recommend, and this was also from 1980, Joey Wilson, Going Up. I saw a video of his on a NBC used to have a Friday night video show.
Yeah.
Back then. And I saw the videos for 2 songs off this album, and I can't find them on YouTube, but Going Up by Joey Wilson, I kid you not, if you chance and buy this thing on eBay or something, Discogs, you will be happy with it. Now, here's an album that I wish Frank Soma were here, because isn't Frank the guy that's all obsessed over milk crates right now? Yeah. Well, here is a punk band called. Moose and the Mudbugs, and the name of the album is Milk Crate Takeover. You can see the city, and there's little people, and there's these milk crates flying through the sky, and they're giant milk crates. And I thought, boy, Frank would love this. So, Frank, if you're out there, yeah. Well, when he pops on again someday,
Frank doesn't like it
try
when
to have
his
this.
name is mentioned in the same sentence as boys.
Whoa.
Okay. Yikes. Well, I won't
Frank.
ask much about that one. That's
secret.
Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, he never gets mad.
Okay. Well,
Yikes.
Oh, you found the video? Wow. This is a ballad of his.
I don't know what love is. Guess I've never really known. All the years I've tried it on the telephone. Darling, your number is no one home. I don't know if we found it. It's never really been found. All my loving so far has been underground. All that we need, I've gotta get you back. All we've got to say, that's enough for me. All that we need, I've gotta get you back.
What they steal?
And then it picks up right here. Gets a little more. Yeah, that's his ballad. He has another.
I'm down and I can't do it to you one more time. Cause I don't know what love is. I've never really known. All the years of tried.
God.
I feel like I could put that on in the background.
That is amazing. I can't believe you found that. Well, but the album, the other video he had, I think it was the song. Hang on a second.
Todd has everything over there.
The other song. No, I don't know if it was If You Don't Want My Love. I think that was the other song. Total Cockster. Yeah. The other video of his is Livelier. And there's some lively tracks on that album. That song Underground was the main ballad on the album, but this album is very new wave. This is like one of my all-time favorite albums ever. Showing the Robert Ellis Oral, Kim Larson and Jungle Dreams, and these are, since I bought them around the same time, they've always stuck with me, and I transferred them to CD because none of them are available on CD. And this album I listen to constantly. Underground is an interesting song as far as if you've never heard any of his other music, you may think that he's more of a crooner, but that was his one ballad. The rest of the album, like I said, it's a beautiful the song, and he uses strings in it, a string arrangement in it. The other song of his, I think, is If You Don't Want My Love. I think that's the other video I saw on that same program. And I've looked, I don't know, wow, that you found that one video there is amazing, because I've looked for those two videos.
I think that's the only one.
Did you find it on YouTube?
Yeah,
because like I said, he does have If You Don't Want My Love, I think is the other song. And I love that one so much. But yeah, Underground is apparently the only one you could find. Is that was that on YouTube?
Yes, YouTube.
You know, when I'm watching this cat,
someone must have,
like, all their like hair is like kind of painted to their heads.
Yeah, well, that was the early 70s, man. That was the early 70s.
No shampoo.
Wow. No, it was the 70s, man. That was the fashion. That was the deal.
They comb their hair with a pork
No,
chop.
Jab it.
God, Jesus Christ. No, thanks, Chris, for finding that because now I can go to YouTube and download it and keep that video. My next goal
I think
is
that's the only one that there's a video of. Like the rest are just audio.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'd say check out his other audio tracks, especially If You Don't Want My Love. That was his single. And there is a video for that one, but like I said, it's really hard to find. But Joey Wilson is no longer with us, but I have that album going up, which folks get that album. And then he did another one that I downloaded because it just wasn't available on CD or anything. But Joey Wilson, man, just a talent. And that, boy, did that video there bring back memories, because I have not seen that clip since I saw it on TV back in 1980. So that made my day, Chris. Thank you. Even though it's Jack's birthday, I felt like that was my present.
So, Jack, tell us about your birthday, Jack.
That was cool. That really was. Yeah, I was going to say, so tell us everything, your age and all of that.
I turned 43, hung out with Warren them in the Discord all day. We watched the last Joe Bob. We had to watch that.
Yeah. Todd, what do you think about Joe Bob?
Oh, okay, you're trying to corner me here.
I got
Joe Bob is, he's fine. He's a great guy. I just have some disagreements with his philosophies. You know, because I remember I saw a clip of him sitting there with somebody else on the show, and he was saying, well, Roger Corman told me what makes a great exploitation film, and he said something about you got to have 3 pairs of tits, you gotta, and he has that song even about boobs, blood, and beer, I think it's called. And then his sidekick, that gal, is all scantily clad. It's like, is this all for guys? To oogle at the woman, and then, well, we have a tit count in this movie. There are 6 breasts. There are, da-da-da. But there are women who watch the show and LGBTQ people who watch the show, but they only talk about the tits. They only talk about the asses. That's it. And I'm just like, hey, broaden it a little bit here. Make it so everybody can enjoy. But they don't want to talk about, well, there were 2 men's asses. There was this and that. It's all about the tits. It's all about, and that's my one big beef with Joe Bob.
That's why they used to call
well,
it that.
If it's
they
something outrageous, yes.
No lie. They used to call them broads because it was like, let's broaden, there and talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to talk about a dick or something else, it's going to be something weird and mutant and unusual or something. But like, there's a reviewer on IMDb. There is a reviewer on IMDb that I like rating his reviews. It's called The Horror, and but at the bottom he has a nudity meter and gore meter. And the nudity meter, like I've seen reviews, if there's female nudity, it'll rate from like boobs, and then it'll say bush. But if there's male nudity and no female nudity, it'll say 0 for the nudity rating. And I'm like, he won't mention the male nudity, but let's talk about the tits. Let's talk about the naked women. I think that's unfair. And it's in a way kind of sexist. Yes, it is sexist.
You're upset with,
and so Joe Bob's cool. I have his album. No, he focuses a lot on certain exploitation elements that are a bit one-sided, and I just think that you talk about it all. You don't just stick to one
Well,
thing.
Todd, listen,
you know,
you need to
like saying rating how many.
You need to maybe start your own
Wait a
show.
minute. Oh,
like a
maybe
male
we'll call it the
horror
Todd
show.
Jaeger experience.
You know, a lot of people.
No, like a video,
No,
like
no,
post
no.
movies.
A lot more like editorials.
Male. Where's
Okay,
the male,
I believe.
Talk about the male
No.
the male parts.
No, I believe in talking about equal opportunity nudity. So whether it's the women and or the men, talk about it all. If they're like, for instance, in some movies where it's lots of naked gals, and then you maybe have one brief man's butt or something, they always talk about the female nudity and how many breasts you see. They never mention the other. It's always just one thing. And who's that for? They're pandering to a heterocentric view.
John Cena made a note of that.
Yeah, and it's just, I think that if you're going to talk about nudity in movies, although some guys will be, well, I don't want to talk about what naked guys are in there, but okay, but figure who's out there watching or listening. You alienate women in particular.
You can't always know what naked people are outside.
Well, you know, I just think that I even have that Joe Bob record that he released, although he's got that Blue Boobs, Blood and Beer song on it. But and he's an interesting guy, and I like hearing what he knows.
I got a problem with the whole Darcy the male girl thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah,
I can appreciate her bringing Joe Bob back. I mean, it's fine. But like,
well,
like the male girl used to be like, easily shopped out of here, whatever, and she like made her stay, and I was like, oh, this is really her show, isn't it?
It's like Puff Daddy being in the videos.
Yeah.
Well, and again, look at how the women are dressed. They're wearing, so they show cleavage and boobage, and they got short shorts and stuff, and it's like, let's exploit the female form, whereas the guys like in that are just like dressed from head to toe clothes, but the women, let's show off the women's bodies. And someone say, well, that's how it is in horror. Or I used to hear the excuse for 80s and 70s horror. I used to hear, well, men would buy the tickets, but it's like, that's bullshit. And this was all pre-internet. So movies had a lot more nudity and stuff female, because if you couldn't get your hands on a Playboy or Penthouse or the magazines, let's throw that in the movie so they could have their nudity in the guise of a legitimate movie. But now, especially with the internet, if you want all that stuff, unless it's part of the film for some reason, go to the internet, man. There's plenty of, there's lots of what you're looking for on the internet. You don't need to like inundate a movie. I appreciate nothing about Darcy. She's a moron. Wow. I didn't say that. Ward did.
Oh, can you guys read those? I can't read them over here. Okay.
You can't see where.
All it says is I'm in the show. That's all it says.
I appreciate nothing about Darcy. She's a moron. Oh my God. Wow. And plus too, making the women kind of dumber. It's me. What it reminds me of is watching Hee Haw. The women are in Daisy Dukes and like tied to tops, and they're, and the women are kind of like, haha. It's, no. I mean, people were trying to make me feel bad.
You can't get those moments back though.
So, Todd, what you're saying is you would like the show better if Joe Bob was sitting there completely naked.
No. What makes you think I'd?
I feel like I could edit together like Monster Vision.
No, I want.
Rants. That makes sense.
It's like
that would be balanced, and it would be fair.
No,
Also get.
Let's face it, Joe Bob doesn't. They show off the women's bodies because they got like, I want to say voluptuousness.
Someone has to have all the.
Let's face it, Joe Bob is not exactly. I don't know what he would look like without even a show. I don't think
He's no Burt Reynolds.
Would need to know.
Watch this shit before.
Yeah, he's no Burt Reynolds. Let's see here. I just got a message.
I saw a thing on YouTube that blew my mind. It was literally fucking.
Jack messaged that his phone crashed.
Into WCW.
So it looks like
with all the commercials and bumps.
Oh yeah, okay. Then Frank, you saw that message. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Jack won't be back on because his phone crashed. That's sad. Well, happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday, man.
Anyway. But no. But the thing about Joe Bob is
sorry there.
He's got some interesting things to say and talking about movies but they need to hose down that lawn chair. Oh my God. Oh, woo. But I just want a more balanced.
Do you remember when
kind of overall?
Remember like way back when they were like the male girl was kind of just the male girl. She wasn't just sitting there just, sucking up time.
Well, see, this is why, people are posting on Facebook. What do you think about Joe Bob's, not being on anymore? Or do you think Shudder will be good without Joe Bob? I think Shudder will be fine.
Joe Bob.
I'm sure people will miss Joe Bob. Frankly,
of course,
I am not going to be upset.
He said he's coming back. He's coming back in at the end of the year, so it's fine.
Okay, well, I'm not a huge fan of the show. I've seen it, but I don't make it a point to watch it every week. Because, like I said, sometimes I just get a little annoyed with the
like I value his opinion, but then I get, I value his opinion, but then I have it like on a zombie disc, a generic zombie disc. So
yeah, so no, I mean, it's sad for people who love Joe Bob that his show is going, but for me,
he's not going away. He's not going away though.
Because
not.
Yeah, he's not going away. It's just
of evil was
I just like you said, and again, I don't want.
I have this on a disc that I used to sit like coffee on.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Well, no, I mean, I would really love to like have lunch with Joe and pick his brain about movies that I love and see if he had seen them and stuff. I think he's an interesting guy. I had an answer. Oh, Ward, here's for me. The reason I have Shudder is I have it through AMC Plus. I have Shudder and IFC and something and BBC America or whatever ad based. So I have Shudder for free, but with ads. And so yeah, I have Shudder, but
yeah, we're definitely going. I'll definitely miss. I think everybody, a lot of people, obviously, are going to miss Joe Bob. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
You got to give him the credit of bringing horror back to a certain level, especially
and
with
also movies that probably would not have seen much of the light of day.
Nothing But the Night. Do you know this movie or no?
What's that, Evan?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Nothing But the Night.
Oh.
So they got a lot of
Joe Bob, Todd. Joe Bob is how Jack and Frank and I all of us met was from watching Joe Bob on Twitter, and that's how we started live tweeting and all that.
That's why I love professional wrestling. You saw Monster Vision.
Monster Vision, yeah. We're 100%
people like Joe Bob and people like Joe Bob and Roger Corman and Lloyd Kaufman and them. They're trailblazers. They help bring things out into the open. I just sometimes have issues with the way they handle things. Sometimes, it's like I said, I complained about Corman because I think he ruined some movies because he demanded, you know, like the more rapey stuff with the monsters and the women getting their clothes torn off and being raped by monsters. They, you know, Galaxy of Terror, Humanoids from the Deep, stuff like that. Now, I don't know if it was both Ann Turkel and the female director of Humanoids from the Deep wanted their name. One of or both of them, they wanted their names taken off of the movie because they shot a movie one way and then Corman had some other guy go in and shoot all these extra scenes with nudity and the more revealing rapey stuff. And the director was really pissed about that. And she wanted, I think it was her that wanted her name off the movie. I think Ann Turkel was not happy either. But again, like I said, and what is it all for? It's all for this male heterocentric view. Give us the naked chicks. Who cares about what anybody else would want or think?
I mean, as long as it's not some dude blowing another dude, it's like whatever.
Well, again, if that's in a movie, in a movie and you don't like it, you just don't watch it. But somebody's gonna like it.
Like, all right, whatever.
I mean, it's only a movie, and here's the thing: just because you're watching that scene, no one's gonna, even if other people are watching it with you, they're not going to be thinking, "Oh, I wonder if he's enjoying it."
I'm not worried about that.
No one's going to be thinking that.
I'm not worried about that.
It doesn't make me gay, Evan.
Be in my brain for the rest of my life.
Well, here's the thing. I used to have one of my managers, my work orders. He said, "Hey, let's have movie night movie nights at my place on Wednesday nights." And I said, "Fine." But his roommate would invite all these other people over that didn't care about the movie. They were just there to party. And there was this one guy who, whenever in a movie, two guys would so much as just give a hug or pat each other on the shoulder, he would sit there and go, "Oh, oh, oh, oh." And it was like, "What's your problem?" And he would constantly do that. And then at one point I said, "Okay, we get it. You want us to think you're straight. No, we don't give a shit or thinking whether this is, you know, whether you're turned on by this or not. We're not thinking about you. So just shut the fuck up and watch the movie or leave." This guy would cheat. Oh, you know, and I was like, I told him in front of everybody, remember, those who speak out the loudest against this kind of stuff are the ones that are the biggest closet cases. That's how it works. Yeah, if you're going to be like, "Oh, I don't want to see that. That's, two guys. Oh, no." Well, what you're telling us is that, "Oh, I want you to think I'm straight," but, you know, I really hate that shit. But all my point is with the whole Joe Bob and all of that is, if you're going to talk about nudity, don't like say, "Oh, and there's 7 breasts in this movie and there's this and that."
More than anything, I wish he'd start stop coloring his hair. You know what I mean? Like, Joe Bob, stop coloring your hair.
Look,
so fucking unnatural, man.
The older you get,
I never did.
When you get to be in your 60s and right, well, when you get to be in your 60s and 70s, I've seen guys in their 70s and 80s who color their hair, and it just look right. It's like, I gotta say, I love Nicolas Cage, but in a lot of recent movies, he's been coloring his hair and beard. When your face is aged, there's something very unnatural about.
There's a few things to say. I have a thing. Okay. So Nicolas Cage is the greatest actor of all time. So I'll tell you why. He's amazing. He has already taken out all of his teeth and had implants. So he's already pressed for that.
Well, this right here is an implant. For about 6 years, I was missing my front left tooth because of the crown thing that I had. There was decay, and they said, "We got to pull it." And for about 6 years, I was so devastated and kept hiding my mouth because Hey, these are not cheap. One implant can cost you anywhere to $3,500 to $5,000. One. And you see those commercials on TV. We can do your whole mouth in one visit. Well, that's a different kind of implant where they like screw in a whole row rather than just one tooth at a time. And plus, I love how those commercials always show average looking and ethnic people like, look at us. We're kind of poor, but we can have all these implants. And that's not the case, folks. It is
There's
not
probably
cheap.
only
It is
one
not
person
cheap at
that
all.
has
So
there's probably that one person that's always beating Nicolas Cage out for cults. And
That was before I got rid of my gray hair with Just for Men hair color.
Come on, that's too natural to be hair color.
Oh.
Just for Men. Apply and in 5 minutes rinse. Gray is blended away for a totally natural look.
Think it'll work for me? In 5 minutes.
Just for Men looks too natural to be hair coloring. And now try Just for Men Color Gel for the hard-to-color hair of mustaches and beards. Brush in, rinse out. Just 5 minutes.
But that was the NBC. That was the NBC special logo theme I just heard there.
Did you
Yeah, I remember that.
it out? Took 5 minutes.
Well,
just 5 minutes.
Like I said, when somebody is in their like 60s, 70s, and 80s, completely dark facial hair and head hair just doesn't cut it. It doesn't look right. I stopped. I was coloring my beard up until right before the pandemic, not because I wanted to look younger. I just liked auburn. That was my natural color, and I always liked the color. And then when the pandemic hit, I said, fuck it. I'm stuck here at home. And I know they see me on the internet, but why keep coloring my beard? So I just let it go. And now this is what gets people asking me to be in their movies because they like the gray. So, and I'm sure it wouldn't work for the upcoming Gonzo Geezer Gore Fest if my hair was completely dark. That would not
saw
look right.
a kid
And so
last night. I literally saw a kid last night who had a Ronaldo jersey on, and he's like literally like he's like a black kid, and he's like taller than me, whatever. He's got a Ronaldo jersey on, and like he's got this huge fucking fro, huge, and it's got this lightning strike down the same way that I do, and like we look at each other. Same one, man. Same one.
sort of like Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys seem much.
Well, I see yours as you know what? You could gel that up and you've got a flock of seagulls hair.
I
Do it, everybody. Next time you're on the show, have it ready.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody turn up with a flock of seagulls hair. that would be fun.
Todd will just
I'm so much better than everyone else. It's like, yeah, he's also more athletic.
Listen, Todd will be ZZ Top.
You know, I get that all the time, and I guess I can see it, but their beards were a bit longer than mine. Yeah, there you go. And I used to, long time ago, I used to get Ian guy from Jethro Tull. And then, of course, we've discussed in the 80s, it was always Kenny Loggins that I look like. So,
oh, yeah, definitely Kenny Loggins.
Looks nothing. I don't look anything like him now. He's 15 years older than I am. So he's in his mid to upper 70s. And he also, I think he had work done, you know, so he looks nothing like he used to. And that's kind of sad for me because I was a big Kenny Loggins fan. I didn't look like him because I was admiring him. We just always happened to have the same beard and hairstyle no matter what. It was weird, but it just kept happening that way. So, you know, but the weird thing is, I lately have been having so many people say they think they've seen me somewhere around this area. I've had like 5 incidences where people think they saw me somewhere. And it's not that. What do we got? Oh, I thought you had something coming up. Oh, there it is. I mean, look at that image on the shirt. That looks more like me than it does Kenny Loggins. And look, we got the same hair. I have a ponytail in the back, though. You don't see that too well. But yeah, and it says Kenny Loggins on the bottom of the shirt. But everyone would go, "Wow, how did you get that portrait done on your shirt?" And I'm like, "Well, thank you, but it's Kenny Loggins." And yeah, and I was at his concert. I was 2 of his concerts, and at one of them I was in the front row, and a guitarist to his left, right before they left the stage, tapped him on the shoulder and pointed at me. And I was like, ooh. So I felt like a star. But yeah, ZZ Top, I get it. And that's a compliment, I would say. But that's the deal. Golly, wow.
So is Jack coming back or what?
No, he said although he has a different phone. But apparently when we started the show, he was using his new phone and that one kept stalling or something. So he switched to his old phone and then his old phone like craps out. So I guess he's not going to get the other phone and try to come back on. Because in the message, I think he said, you know, sorry, my phone crapped out. Have a great show. So I guess that means he's not coming back. But, oh, well.
Well, happy birthday, Jack.
What's his name?
Yeah, happy birthday, Jack. Sorry. You know, it's his special day and his phone crapped out. But,
all right. Todd, you going to get him a new phone?
Excuse me?
With
what, new phones or what? Like $500 for a decent one, at least? But hey, guys. So this, I think I got this around 1969 or 1970, an Easter present. So in our house, Easter morning, you had your Easter baskets and your chocolate rabbits, but we also got presents. And what this is, and that is a comb for its mouth. But if you turn this and take it off, it holds 45 records without the sleeves, of course. So, yeah, these are all records when I was a little kid. But so I thought that would be fun to share. So there you go. Whoops. There's the face. I can't believe this thing is at least 55 plus years old. So yeah, as you can see, I really don't get rid of many things. I'm not a hoarder, but you know, things like that, why get rid of them? They're kitschy. They're fun. All these years later, stuff like that's really cool to have. So there you go.
Do you ever watch movies with people?
Oh, yeah, you got the Discord thing, right? Or are you talking about...
Yeah.
I still need to do your Discord thing, I guess, sometime.
I told you, you would enjoy it. Just like
Evan,
we're going to start having a movie. We already started. Well, Frank streamed the movie for Evan the other night.
Sure.
But we should have a night that Todd does a movie. Todd's
I'm doing like I'm gonna start reviewing because I keep getting people asking me like independent filmmakers like asking me to review the films.
Right.
And I'm like, fucking A.
No, I'm all for that, and
I'm like,
I am home.
Just make it every Monday.
I'll fucking make a whole essay out of it. Like,
well, the only thing I'll say is like
people do like their one blurbs.
My evenings are usually free during the week. I'm like
York Times.
Yeah, Mondays are usually clear for me in the evening. Although this Monday I've got to get in relation to my eye, I have to go to a medical appointment late Monday afternoon. And remember, you guys are like what 3 hours ahead of me.
Right.
So, like, if you say, well, we start the movie at 8 o'clock or something, that's like 5 p.m. my time and stuff. And if I'm still doing errands and stuff, so we'd have to figure out a way that I can join in, you know, on a night that I know I'm totally free.
what's weird about it is that usually Hazy's like on in Britain, so like
Yeah,
he's tailing off, and you're just getting down to what you're doing.
It's fun trying to get in contact with people I know in Europe because they're on an average of like 8 hours ahead.
Right.
And I think someone I know in Australia, they're actually 15 hours ahead. And it's funny because I'm in California and Australia's just to the left of California, but they're 15 hours ahead. So it's all very confusing.
It's a lot.
It is. But other than that, golly, we've really covered a lot of shit today.
Yep.
Oh, one more little thing about, because Kate Bush, I have this Kate Bush fan club 7-inch record. It has an interview, a live track, and it comes in beautiful red vinyl.
Nice.
So there's Kate Bush on the back. And this is something I've cherished ever since. Yeah, this thing's from it's from 1980, I think 1984, because she's talking about how she's recording a new album and it should be out sometime next year, and that's referencing Hounds of Love. So this would have been about 1984, 83. So Kate Bush, man, I love that woman. Anyway, well, we'll wait for Kevin to pop up because I'm sure we pretty much covered everything today.
Yeah,
a lot more than I thought.
Good show. We got to wish Jack happy birthday.
So I'll just so I understand, whenever on my screen, my picture for me, I would see my image disappear and it would be a little circle. On your end, what were you seeing of me? Was I like freezing or lagging?
No, not just now you weren't. No, you looked regular. You looked okay. Unless you were frozen and I didn't realize it.
Sometimes when your guys' image would disappear and I get the turning circle, you would come back, but then all of a sudden it was like the video was catching up and everything was in fast forward, and then it would suddenly get normal. And I would miss out on some of what you guys were saying. So I don't know how I was looking to you guys, and we had a lot of that going on today.
Yeah, a couple times you were sporadic, like you were spurting.
Well, right now, when you just said a couple times, the first time you lagged and your voice kind of roboted for like a fraction of a second, and then you came back. So I don't know. You'd think that this through the internet and through StreamYard and all that it shouldn't be that much of a glitch going on ever, but it seems we were glitchy today.
Yeah, today.
So I guess if we looked good out there to the viewers who are watching this later, or to Ward, who was giving us updates.
Words like our technician.
Yeah, that's as long as we are understood. Yeah. Well, as long as we're understood and people kind of get the gist of what we're saying, that's what matters. But well, I don't know what else you guys got to bring up, because I got Mike Caravella said he wants. Well, you go ahead, Evan.
Oh, I didn't want to seem like I wasn't paying attention. I got you guys on in the other.
No, you're good.
I was taking a piss. I was like, why do I still hear myself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you guys
didn't hear that. You're good. You're good. We know. We figured you had a reason to disappear.
So you didn't hear me taking a piss.
But
Mike Caravella, we saw you were pouring something.
You did.
No, we didn't hear that part.
But you won't tell anyone.
That's all we heard.
We didn't hear a thing. We didn't hear a thing. So Mike Caravella wants to pop in on the 22nd, because on the 21st, he's dropping a new trailer for Astral Plane Drifter. So it should be on his website, but he will pop on he will pop into this show and we will show his new trailer. I'm really excited because I have no idea what it's going to be.
Can I be on the
I'm
panel?
sorry.
I'll even write a review for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Like I'll be on the panel and write a review.
No, starting sometime
I do
next
two
week, I think Mike
does that.
Well, I think starting next week, Mike's going to be on the road. He's going to be in different cities screening the movie at conventions and stuff. So he's on the road again with it. And, and people have said, well, where can I watch it? Is it on streaming? And when I tell them no, they're like, why not? Well, if you hand your movie over to streaming, you might as well kiss it goodbye. Especially for little independent movies.
Yeah.
You're only going to get pennies. Yeah. He doesn't want to do streaming yet because honestly, you put it on something like that, he doesn't get any money back really. And so the movie has been successful at the festivals and at screenings. So that's what he's going to continue doing. Maybe a year from now or something. The movie?
Yeah.
Astral? Here.
Oh wait, no, I got it. Hold on. Astral Plane Drift. I got it.
Right. And you go to .com, you can get this Green Ray disc. Yes. And halfway down on the site, there's a merchandise section where you can get this Green Ray or Blu-ray. As I remind folks, it's $29.99, shipping included. And some would say, well, that's expensive, but come on, it's an independent film. He's got to make his money for all the work he put into this. So
man, this looks nuts.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
This looks nuts.
And there'll be well, Evan, I have 2 roles in the movie. So I am in that movie. And yeah, I am I
will review it for free and fucking promote it for free because you know what? That's a must, fam. That's what we do.
Well, it's definitely it is a sci-fi western kung fu psychedelic grindhouse stoner comedy.
Done.
What do you need to hear?
Nailed it.
Imagine Cheech meets Lebowski in the high desert.
This shit just writes itself.
There's a lot of scenes of him wandering through sand
Sounds
dunes
familiar.
and stuff like that. But, there's a whole point to the sort of repetition of some of the scenes, like when he's trying to fight some people and it's just them circling each other. It's a blast. I'm so proud to be in it. And I'll remind Evan, if you do get a chance to see it,
remember this, like throughout all of our discourse and all the things that we ever say, I am story first, friend. And this sounds really good.
Yeah. Well, you just so you know, you won't recognize me in my second role. Let's just say that I am something that comes out of a UFO. Yeah.
So you did one, then you did another.
Well, yeah. In the first 8 minutes, you'll see me screaming, and it's me. But then halfway through the movie, you won't recognize me because I'm a character called the Wise One, and I come out of a UFO. So you won't recognize me from my getup. But in the trailer on that,
just send the screener to Villainous Cinema.
Well, you'll have to contact Mike Caravella and see if he'll do that. I have no control over the movie at all.
I will review that.
Otherwise too, I just recommend people, if you got $29, this is worth it because you also get the original 10-minute short film that the movie is based on. And that short film won 35 festival awards. And there's a stills gallery and all that. It's worth it. It's worth it. So there we go. And otherwise, Mike Caravella, he'll be on possibly the 22nd to play a new trailer. And other than that, and by the way, Jason messaged and said that he was unable to show up today. So that's okay, Jason. And Bill Whedon, I don't know where he's at today, but It was just us.
Where's the birthday boy?
He can't come back because his phone died.
Oh no.
He's getting a massage.
Oh, I see. He's out shopping for new rings. But also, see, I don't have that problem because I do this on my PC. I all of this is on my computer in front of me. I don't do that on my cell phone. So this is easier for me just to sit back and let everything sit there instead of, a little phone. So that's my deal. But they all have their own glitches, so it's going to happen. But any other news we got coming, Chris, or any stuff?
I don't think so.
You guys they're still working on. I mean, as far as I know, the script for Gonzo Geezer is done.
I'm actually doing a review of 1408.
Oh, wow, that's
got a lot of numerology bullshit in there.
Yeah, yeah,
it's a great movie.
Yeah, that's going way back. Wow. Okay. But
we'll talk about
somebody,
it when you come on.
Somebody,
next time you come on, we'll talk about your review if you do it.
Because somebody just recently posted about that. Yesterday, I saw somebody mention that online. I was like, so it's weird that you mentioned the title that I just ran across again.
Well, the other thing too is that with a lot of titles have been released from Netflix recently.
Oh,
is the takeover?
Well, I'm hoping that because of the Oscars,
Netflix released a lot more than anything else did by Paramount taking over everything. So.
Yeah, well, that's going to be an unusual. Wait to see how that all works out.
Also, on all your favorite news outlets.
Well, yeah, that's getting a little scary in general. It is, but I mean, I'll say right off the bat, and some would say, well, people on MS Now. Well, people will say on MS Now, a lot of the people there are opinionated, but at least on that, they're giving you an overview of everything on all sides. Whereas some of these other networks now are becoming more veering towards one thing, and it's getting scary. So, thankfully we can escape and have our Frankenhookers to watch and everything, because man, it's scary out there right now. And I just want to sometimes hide, but here we are, and I got my cheesecake, so I'm happy about that. But, this is weird. Now the URL above what I'm looking at is blinking. This is bizarre. Yeah, today is glitch day, folks. Everything's going wonky on here. Okay, well, anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll figure out definitely within the next few days what we want to talk about as far as what movie to discuss, or more than one. It's up to you guys. But other than that, yeah,
watch the movie with you.
I don't know who will pop in. And hang on. Chris and me disappeared for a moment, so I guess everything's okay now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I guess we've everything.
Sure.
So,
do we get
other than that, no other news, and
nothing in the chat.
I'm sorry, what?
Do we get a chat?
Well, he was putting up. Yeah, we there is a live chat on YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't have that page up because on YouTube,
I really can't see it this time.
On YouTube, it's like a 30-second delay. So I can't, I watch us on the StreamYard page, not the YouTube, because everything's delayed on YouTube. So any comments and stuff, it's all confusing because everything is coming from behind.
Okay.
Yeah. We've had a few. Sometimes we get more. and watch the show after the fact so they can skim through it, I guess. But it's all good. Man, I guess we're going to wrap this up here because my screen is like things are blinking, and where it says comments and login, the border around those keep flash. It's like I'm getting a light show on my computer here right now. Oh, what a mess. But anyway.
You have a virus.
But it's been fun. No, I've got malware bites on my computer, and it scans daily, and everything's good. I think it's Streamia.
It's that link you clicked on.
Oh, that email. By the way, I did
not found.
There we go. I did get a message from Vimeo. No.
Uh-oh. Todd's fading away.
Yeah, Mio, you're on Mio.
Oh, okay, there we are. There's me and Chris.
No.
But
down.
But
Evan all right, Evan.
All right, man.
As a circle.
We'll end the show for Todd.
Later.
You gonna come back next week, Evan?
Yeah, man. Why not?
Good. All right, Todd.
You guys gotta tell me.
You guys can hear me basically saying that they were to do this.
Tell me what movie is like ahead of time.
Redo everything, and I would not do that. And I wrote to Vimeo through their website and sent them what the email read, and they said that was definitely a scam. And
at the 5 Center, all 70 different games are always just 5 cents. You pay $1 admission, then play Joust, Zaxxon, Stargate, Ms. Pac-Man, Moon Patrol, Turbo, Black Knight, Donkey Kong, Boxing Bugs, and dozens more for only a nickel. That's 20 plays for $1. Where else can you get a deal like this?
Only at the 5 Center, 509 South Circle Drive in Colorado Springs.